Oh, yes. While we are here, this is the perfect time for, oh boy, testing out the audio and having an issue, unlike last week where there was 3 hours of... All right.
Did you go through and actually, like, listen to any of that?
Oh no, it was total. It was just so cringe, and I was just dead at that point.
It's a shame. You missed a good opportunity to hear. Let me pull it up. Can I hear? Yeah, you're a little quiet. You should probably amp yours up a little bit.
I already did that. I already like cranked the gain on it again. I guess
Let's see.
Pumping that gain up at 7. Like, okay, yeah. Well, and this thing, it's like, but your normal speaking volume, even as we do go to whisper mode later into the night,
Yeah.
like you, even with me cranking you down, because I like to pin on a noise filter for my side.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons to put on the noise filter is because you probably have a little quieter overall, housing situation.
Well, I just have a mic setup that reduces all that. For sure.
So, that headache is all kinds of fun. Yeah, it should have done this darn solution forever ago.
Well, hey, the quality's pretty good because now it's like, I can't tell if it's the video you talking or you talking. But you just like cut in there and like, because I was trying to listen to the audio, right? You just like cut in and I'm like, is that what we said? Is that what we said a minute ago?
Yeah.
So
We just have to be louder than the music, so I can actually crank that a little bit.
Well, I'm not going to get much louder. I'm only going to get quieter because as the time goes on,
get more relaxed and everything.
For the roommates. I don't want to.
So
I don't want to be getting heard through walls, which is, I mean, at the volume I'm speaking right now, I can be heard from outside my room.
But to say, like, are you in your rooming situation alone? Like, are you upstairs alone? Is it just one other roommate? Are you above someone? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Hey, go back to the video and check the audio real quick. Are you able to hear yourself? Ah. That's neat. Well, at least we're catching that early on. So, you know how I did all that setup for those executables? That's per scene. So I got to do all that again. So I guess like it makes sense to separate the scenes and sources, but I wish there was like some global options, but all right. I do not see a copy and paste option. I wonder how.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Then you do the one talking to yourself the whole time. Flip-flop between that concept.
All right, you should be hearable now. And then game audio, we'll have to set that.
Yeah, you're right. It's dead silent. There's no game audio either.
All right, give it a second here as I switch it back to game. All right, that should do it.
I mean, now you're getting like a professional setup at least. You'll have all the control you need.
Well, see, like, I know that stuff isn't new, and it's almost embarrassing that it's taken this long for me to set it up.
Well, my question now is that coming out in video separated audio channels?
No, because it's going straight to YouTube as basically a downloadable MP4 later.
But are you not recording it on your end either?
No, I don't have that storage capacity. I gotta manage that stuff, little by little.
You don't have like a terabyte drive you can just keep stuff on? Because that would last you for a while.
I think these things will crank up to almost 10 gigs on the like 5 hours we do. Like YouTube compresses it and everything.
10 gigs is nothing. Even if it was 100 gigs, which is, it shouldn't be, but even if it is. Like if you have a 1 TB external, which is like not even $100. I mean, come on, that's like 50 maybe.
See, I just haven't found it too much of a piece now to say, yeah, I should in fact go ahead and be doing the recording as well, because I can still just download it later, and if the music's quiet enough, it's still background noise. It's not like we had like 10 of us talking. Like the setup as it is.
Yeah, but you've already
just
run into a couple situations where that would have solved your issues from like volume.
Yeah, in that other,
yeah,
in that sense of where the those audio issues previously existed.
Okay, well, anyways,
We'll live with this for now.
We can potentially finish this Factorio up, and we'll be done tonight.
Do you think we'll be able to get it done tonight?
I think so. You've already got the satellite being made, right?
Yeah. Well, I think so.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, right as we get Spider-Trons, you know, and nuclear bombs almost done, or atomic weapons.
I mean, we could extend it a minute or two longer, but we should be able to at least get that rocket done. What do we need for that, though? Because you're going to have to include me in, because I don't have one of those down here.
Just need more rocket fuel, rocket control units, and low density frames.
Is that going to make the white research for us?
Huh. What?
You said we needed white research last time, right?
That's interesting. Does this thing not have enough resources? Oh, nope. There's a rocket going out. There's no satellite in it, but...
Why did you ship a rocket of just like... of like mundane resources? Wow, we won. We beat the game. Wow. We sure did beat it tonight, let me tell you.
Oh my lord. We could have just... Were we this close to being done last time?
How did you... No, we needed a satellite. How's the game finished? Did you send a satellite up?
I guess there was. I don't remember putting one in there. I just had the option to hit launch.
Wow, okay. We were about 30 seconds from beating the game. Lovely.
What happens if you hit finish?
I guess you just leave. If you continue, just continue. So, don't hit finish.
Well,
did you click out of the statistics?
Yeah, I got hit continue.
You missed all the kills.
Oh.
It said it took us 72 hours to beat.
Oh, it's never getting edited. Let's be real.
What's that? The video?
Yeah, this won't be in video form for another like 10 years, at the rate that I'm doing them. Oh man, let me tell you. Oh man, let me tell you about that darn script. You want to know about that darn script?
The one from 2006, you say?
Oh man, you're probably thinking, "Ah man, I'm over here messing with my big old Plex server. I got the biggest Plex server in the world. Nobody could." And like this guy's over here playing with these toothpicks and these little straws. Man, editing this script has been a very unique and interesting challenge. And I'm starting to see why Sony went ahead and sold off the Vegas material. That code base is something else. It is just so ancient, to say the least. Where do you want me to start?
Well, we've got time, so from the beginning. What even prompted you to edit this script? Because I don't know how you even got started with this.
Yeah, that's the fun piece. So there's, you know, a nice little batch render script, and it was built right in there. It's been there since apparently 2006, as I mentioned before, like ancient versions, whenever the scripting was first allowed. And so it has pretty mundane features, you know, select the render regions and shoot them out. You know, when you're just making edits for like large chunks of videos at once, and maybe like the 30-minute videos would be perfectly fine for this. You know, batch render for regions would be great. You have to do like a 3-hour-long video thing and you clip it down into that. But I'm trying to make shorts. The idea of making shorts in these batches takes a long time because you're doing all these little small spaces. And so the first thing I wanted to do is like, first of all, where the heck is the darn OK button? Why is there not an OK button that just exists? Is it anywhere? No. The OK button was hiding behind some GUI stuff because of the silly settings and everything, and basically at the end of the day, the lack of sizable. And so I yoinked that thing open, and I'm like, oh, all this thing is just like a fixed dialogue box just sitting in a corner by itself. That's just horrible. So let's go ahead and fix that. Not too much of an issue. Should be done in a few minutes. And I kind of was, and so I made it bigger. You know, nothing sexy on it at the time. And then I'm just like, what else can I do here? This thing's a horrible looking menu. It's not resizable, and I now can see the thing. But how about we get some, I don't know, dark mode going on, because that's apparently a luxury feature for those days.
Yeah,
and so
it's revolutionary.
I know, right? And mind you, like the people at Magix, they had not touched or edited anything out of that that scripting, those default scripts, since they were originally launched by the Sony team bazillion years ago. Kind of sad in a way. I don't even think there's even any new ones. And I went down that rabbit hole, like trying to find these scripts and stuff like that, and that was something else. So
you did like search the internet and everything before you started on this?
Well, I got onto the UI stuff at first, and then I went to be like, all right, this seems pretty simple. It's just a Windows form application. At the end of the day, let's go ahead and give ourselves a little nifty challenge, and then I'll use some of the digital consultants to kind of give me that little wiggle room, because it's mostly for the challenge at the end of the day. That's why I kept making iterative versions. So like that version 2, like other than maybe like adjusting some of the UI stuff, there's nothing else I really care to do for it. Kind of all the same functionality there. And the really core feature that I wanted, which got implemented, you know, all nice and dandy, was the file name. Because just like that link I sent you, apparently I'm not the only one who wanted that. Like that guy wanted that a bazillion years ago. And so
that was back in 2013.
Yeah. So it's like somebody wanted this, and I'll get to that little story in a minute. So the continuation on that route was like, all right, I got the file to make the region name. You would think that would be like the easy go-to stuff, but I guess it makes sense at the time. They're like, wow, we got to get the script out for the release here. We just can't keep dilly-dallying on it any longer. So that was what that original dev used. So then I was like, okay, let's adjust the file name and then see what other kind of creative bits I can go in. And so then I'm thinking, you know, it'd be kind of cool. It can already tell if you select a range of an area and do that render there. Why can't we just like get all the regions that are in that selection and then just do that rendering? That seems pretty logical, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know what. It's the math is there. You know, I had the little digital consultants like help me with that math, and it's like it makes sense. It took forever to just get the darn UI to render, because the FAQ and API documentation for that entire code base is stuffed away on HTML files, not a web address. It's not like, you know, there's not like, you know, Sony Vegas creative team address for all of these extra like tools and softwares and things. No. These software tools just they haven't been updated in forever. I mean, it makes sense, like you mentioned, Windows Forms being feature complete and everything. It does all the stuff it needs to do, and it can just execute visual. You can just execute a C# as C#. It doesn't need all the extra bells and whistles that we have today, and really the software itself doesn't need all those extra tools. But man, really, could they have not put that documentation in the most inconvenient spot? It's not even included with any of the downloads. Any of the downloads of Vegas, it's not included in any of that. Like, excuse me? Like, these are stored away on the on the digital, on the website for like the, you know, questions asking. You know, just basic FAQs, you know, community posts and stuff. And then all those are ancient. Like, I guess every question people have had has just been answered by now. And there's just hardly anything new out there on this stuff. I guess just like the old code base exists, and so many people, I guess, just use the Adobe stuff. But
yeah, it's probably not a lot of people asking the same questions, especially not in the older versions.
Man, like, just, okay, so mind you, you would think, oh, all that stuff's pretty old. You know, the online consultants should have been trained on that material. No questions asked, right? Neither the chat boy nor b-boy actually know. I don't have a better name for Bard. I was thinking Bubbles, but that's kind of annoying to say.
Kind of stupid.
Yeah, for like a sophisticated tool that has been actually pretty darn helpful overall, and everything.
You have to tell me how your experience had it.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. But even those tools were like, yeah, we don't know how to actually like select that range and properly do it. I had to like pull out this rigmarole because I'm assuming that all that API documentation for Vegas just lived inside those HTML files. That it impresses me that someone actually had HTML, and they work too. Like, they have the hyperlinks and everything. It's really impressive that it actually works. But how does it not just live on a website somewhere? Like, really? It just doesn't live anywhere? It doesn't exist in any way, shape, or form, in any capacity? It's
not jank at all.
Yeah. And so, mind you, at this point, it's going on like 3 days and all of this. And you can tell by the fact that all that virtual audio cable stuff we basically solved right here in the past few moments, when I probably could have eventually come to that conclusion if I just gave it like 10 minutes of my actual time. But I was up till like 11 o'clock last night trying to like figure out like how the hell is this thing not working. Like, I did all these things, these selection, these terms make all this sense and stuff like that. But darn, it was just doing everything in its power to fight me. And eventually, after I got like these HTML files, I really only needed the API documentation one. Those are stored away in a format that you can't just give it. You can't just give it to Chatboy. It can't accept those files. For some reason, it doesn't have the ability to actually read the HTML files. It says fail to upload every time you try to do it, which is such a bizarre system. But all right, you know, it works fine, no questions asked. So I had to like select the area text that I thought was relevant to the whole thing, and eventually I got that one section of code to actually work and not crash. And it still doesn't work. I don't know what the issue is now. It is really bizarre. For some reason, this script here, it just can't handle the behavior that I want to give it. You'd think it wouldn't be that hard, but for some reason it just is like, nope, not happening. Like, excuse me? Why doesn't this work? This just doesn't make a bit of sense. And it still doesn't make sense. I haven't gotten back to it today. I kind of got busy with stuff. But darn, it was so bizarre on what you need to do. And it kind of made sense after like thinking on it. What you had to do, if you wanted to get a selection range of, say, in my case, I wanted to grab the selection that was passed in via arguments. I'm not really sure how it's actually passed out. I guess the API just like keeps track of that in some way, shape, or form. And then when you hit the play button, it or when you hit the actual like button for running the script, it like freezes everything, and then I guess like it's just somehow in memory in some way, shape, or form, and then whatever. But it was, you would think, oh, it's stored at the project level. No, it's stored at the time code level. And it's like, all right, that does make sense. But the way that there's just no errors, and really, mind you, I didn't have any IntelliSense because this wasn't a Windows Form project file, and this is all being done in Visual Studio Code, and I don't know, I probably should have done it in regular VS. in some way, shape, or form. You know, hindsight 2020 and all that.
Well, yeah, it's hard to say which project's better when you're starting it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I just need to do a quick little few edits and all that, and then everything will be nice and dandy at that point. Not like there should be.
That nice.
Yeah, I know. And you think, oh, okay, so the way I was originally convinced that this was going to be super easy was that if it already has the selection range, they just had some like built-in little argument passes to go ahead and give you the beginning and end parts of the selection range, but only if you had select. It didn't make sense why I couldn't just reuse the existing pieces for that. And like I had to go through actually using the time code selection start, and it only gives you the start. It doesn't give you the end. You have to do the math for the end side. You use it to start in the length, which is like, all right, was it really that hard to make a property that, you know, just went ahead and gave me the end position? I guess it was. So was kind of annoying in a way. And so I go ahead and I get that math going, and I'm guessing the error that I'm getting now, mind you, like I get to the point where I can now open up the GUI, I get some visual, I can select all the buttons, my radio button works properly, and I'll get that little radio button, I'll talk about that in a second. And then I'm looking at this error, and it's like, why does this not work? It should just, like after you like have a selection, it should do a little calculation. It should load up the regions into the render queue, and it should be good to go. And that's where I'm left off now. And it's just, it's kind of beyond infuriating because this should just work. And it was trying to do some like error handling on some stuff, and I guess there was some like missing UI exception thrown. And it's like, this doesn't need it. Why are they doing this? And I don't know why. I think it was just the catch if the player or the user was actually selecting the thing properly or something. It was kind of bizarre, and I still don't understand exactly what the error is. And I'm sure if you saw it, it'd be like, oh, you can't do this because in Windows Forms, turns out you have to wiggle the thing first before it actually turns on or something. It really does feel like what some of the errors have actually been. I was like, oh, you had to like, you know, tickle it a little bit in a funny way before you can actually get the your guy to work.
I mean, you know how programming is. It's very specific. So if something's off even the tiniest amount, it refuses.
And so it's like you would think, oh, this would be a nice little, you know, weekend project, or I guess in my case, it felt like the weekend, but a little weekday project while in between the semesters and all that jazz. Man, it's been way more of a headache than it needed to be. It didn't need to be as intense and as annoying as it was, but it has been almost impressive to an extent if you think about it. So yeah. What else I was gonna say? Oh yeah, so right-handed radio buttons. Well, you know, pretty easy thing. Add a little radio button. You click on it, and it has little checks. If you're like, I want the ability to make sure I have regions in I want to make sure I have a selection made, and I don't want to be able to run it unless I have also regions in that selection, and it does that check and all that. And I wonder if that was probably some of my UI issues. Now thinking about it, but it was just so bizarre, like why there was like a UI error in another place that it shouldn't have had an error, checking in that spot. And there wasn't actually a proper like try catch. There's no, okay, mind you, this thing has had no try catches in it anywhere besides like this one little spot at the end, which was a little weird. I added in a bunch of try catches just to make sure this thing didn't just like crash on me every 5 seconds. I can actually figure out where things are. So I probably added way more lines in for just exception handling than I did for anything else at the end of the day. And it's been an adventure for sure.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh man.
And how long were you on this?
I started messing with that thing Tuesday sometime, I think, if not Monday afternoon. And I was grinding through it all the days up leading in between that and up through to today and last night and all that. I mean, sure, like I actually made some progress, like added the UI elements in that I wanted. On the working version, got the color change. I did get the name feature, which was kind of like the core feature I wanted. So that all existed nicely. So it's not like I was in a position to be frustrated with the results, seeing as I got a working version improved from what it was. Just the core thing now is like I would like to be able to like, you know, select a bunch of regions that I want to go ahead and render that are shorts. They're not meant to be sophisticated. But the next logical feature was that I want to be able to switch the from the shorts to the medium length ones and just basically redo all the shorts. So I would want to be able to do all the shorts in a region and then slap them all together. But I need this first logic to be completed before I can get to that spot. It has to be able to like not only do regions, but then eventually make a version 4. I'm on version 3 now. Make a version 4 that select the render regions and then combine them. This way, like it gets rid of the gaps in between the regions. That'd be kind of the cool thing to do next. What are your thoughts?
I kind of lost you there, man. I'm sure if I had a look at it, I would understand a lot more and could probably give you something a little, you know, contextually accurate. But also, I'm trying to figure out how in the world I automate these Spidertrons.
I mean,
I've got a problem.
We just need one Spidertron each.
Can you zoom in on?
Where the heck are you? I see you. All right. What?
Okay, so I've got all the ingredients on these belts. Now, the issue is I need all of those ingredients in here. So the issue is, even if I get like these long grabbers to grab from like this one.
Yeah.
It passes it on here and then it gets filled on this track, so it'll never grab the other item that's on that track. And it has no way to know when it's grabbed enough of like, so like right now it's grabbing some exoskeletons. It has no idea when it's grabbed enough exoskeletons, so it's just gonna keep grabbing them forever.
Yeah. My recommendation, do you want it?
Yeah.
Requester chest. I know it might sound horrible to you. It's not a conveyor, but it would consolidate a lot of spaces.
I have a conveyor right here, though.
But it would solve your goober issue, because you could just have like 2 requester chest. You could just have one guy requester on the chest on the side with like the capacity that you want on the belt ever at a time.
I guess, but this is also going to be permanent automation. I want to run it forever.
Where'd you get all those fish?
Let's not worry about that.
Have you, Taylor, you haven't been destroying the ecosystem, have you?
No, I've been liberating the ecosystem. There's a very distinctly different paths of...
You haven't been trying to bring freedom to the ecosystem, have you?
Just don't look at the shore.
No, okay, yeah. Shoreline, yeah. All right.
There might be a distinct lack of fish there.
It depends on which
but
one.
I assure you, I had no part in it. That's purely coincidental.
I didn't even know there was 700 fish left. I didn't even know I didn't even know that many fish existed still.
I've got a 900 fish chest right here.
How did you get so many dang fish? Where did these come from? What were you doing to get these fish? You weren't running some Lewis script in the background, were you?
Don't worry about it. Like I said, just don't look at the shorelines.
Don't look at the shorelines. What do you got? Robots that can collect them or something?
Yeah, you can deconstruct them.
Oh, I forgot about that. And so you just had all of them moved there.
Well, yeah. So I deconstruct them, they go to your storage chest, and then I have a requester chest, which grabs it out of your storage. You didn't notice the massive line of logistics robots coming down here to give them to me?
Oh, I see them now. The last little remnants of them.
I hate it that your requester chest might actually just be the best solution. There's gotta be another way, right?
I would say the only other way to use a conveyor is to basically just consolidate one of those rows and use a requester chest. Like, you already double it up in so many ways. I don't also see the benefits of having Spidertron automation when we can't even get, I don't even know what resource we're missing on the utility science.
I've never done Spidertron automation, so I've got to do it.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Never done. Who does it? No one does that. That's why I got to do it.
Of course.
There's nothing wrong with being an industry leader.
Okay, so what happens when I have too much petroleum again? I gotta turn something off?
You just gotta balance the equation.
Bitch, I didn't make the damn equation. I don't even have an
Now you gotta learn it. I didn't learn how the heck to do multiplication or calculus, but they made me learn that junk too.
I still don't use it.
Take a look at your oil refineries. Which fluid is backed up? Because that's the one you got to produce less of.
Crude oil.
No.
Huh? What do you mean? No.
Crude oil is always going to be maxed out with water. It should be, anyways.
Advanced oil processing.
So take a look. What other fluid in there?
Light oil and heavy oil are both empty on the production.
Yeah, but which one's not empty?
Light oil.
Petroleum is not empty.
Petroleum. I got tons. Petroleum's filled.
Yeah, you don't want it filled. If it fills, then the oil refineries have no place to put it, and so they have to cut off.
Oh, what the heck? So I need to increase the usage
to put it. You either need to increase your usage, or you need to decrease your production of it. It's your choice. Or you can also increase your storage.
So I need to turn off some refineries then. Chemical plants.
I figured it out. It was such an obvious solution.
It better involve requester chests.
It does not involve requester chests.
No.
This is a superior solution.
I'm watching it because...
Still working out the exacts right now. Don't have a lot of space to work with.
Wait, you just have a rocket launcher sitting on the floor?
Yeah, I'm out of inventory space. These items take up like... it's like 10 to a stack, so they fill up my inventory. Really
what? You just have a whole... Oh, you just have all of them sitting on the floor. I'm gonna go down there and put down a requester chest. Huh. You're actually in a dead zone for artillery shells.
Why are you trying to aim at me with artillery? Exactly. Excuse me?
Hey, look, you gotta know your boundaries sometimes.
I want to know why you were attempting to blow me up.
Sometimes there's just too many cooks.
Alright, I need to solve that. That's just not gonna... Huh, it's not letting me put up my rocket launchers. Gun slots are full? No, I don't. I'm trying to delete them. Get rid of these rocket launchers. Who needs 20 rocket launchers?
I mean, there's a joke to be made there, but a little distasteful, perhaps.
I don't think I want to know.
It'd be a little too topical for unsavory flavors.
Okay.
Wood.
Why is that not working? There we go. Well, I'll just have to live with one. I guess I don't need multiple spider crafters. I could get it to work, but I'm not gonna bother. It's not a like enormous reason to do it. Especially when it crafts like relatively fast. Oh my god, these low density frames are like the worst thing ever. They fill up your inventory so quickly. It's like I can't get rid of anything because it just keeps... I have 130 low density structures and I can't freaking pick up this thing to get rid of that. It was Z to put items back. Yep, never mind. Let's see. Alright, let's repopulate some of this junk. Okay, got my Spider-Tron.
Which color are you gonna pick?
I don't know. Wow, I have like no blue circuits.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned lacking resources, and definitely the topic of conversation as it continuously goes. Haven't seen atomic bombs move in a minute.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. I guess oil on my side was non-existing in some way, shape, or form.
Well, what's missing in the research?
Probably something that involved oil.
Ah, you don't have blue. What do you
What
need?
are blues? I think blues need a plastic at some point.
Well, let's find out. Where are they being produced?
Somewhere south of me.
Engines?
It's like
they're lacking engines.
engines, huh?
Thing on the planet oh, you didn't clear this from before.
Clear.
Oh my god, there's still a bunch of that's broken. Got one to clear there as well.
Oh, this whole time was causing the issue?
Yep.
Oh, well. That's nifty.
Isn't it weird? Do you need to put a nuclear reactor inside of your Spidertron?
I didn't. I guess it just comes with the one.
Okay. I mean, we do literally make it with it, so there's no problem. You put batteries in it? What do you have in yours?
I have on mine because I have the 6 exoskeletons, or 5 exoskeletons and shields. There's nothing else I need to put on mine currently, so I guess I can put on laser turret. Wait, can you not put a laser turret on your guy? Yeah, you can. You can put on one laser turret.
Isn't rust brown just the best? What do I made them decide on that color for Factorio?
Metal rust. Seems pretty.
Yeah, but like everything's literally handmade, like right here. We just made this. There's no reason for it to be rusty.
Well, you know. Nothing like the squeaky wheel gets the coloring.
Yeah, it's like Fallout logic, you know? Like, hey guys, I just made this brand new weapon. Why is it all rusty? I don't know. No one knows. Kenji does that too. You get like a forge.
It's
like,
an aesthetic, you know? It's just this weird, funny.
Rust. Doesn't make any sense at all. And these Spidertrons are actually kind of slow.
Yeah, but being able to walk over everything, pretty darn nice feature.
How do you do the remote? Oh, you need a remote, don't you?
Yeah, you build a remote and then you select it. As far as I know, so yeah, it's left click to select, shift plus left click to cube movement, and control left click to follow the selected entry. I don't know what that last one means. So middle click, okay, never mind. And shift right click to clear it.
We don't have shield 2s all day, right?
No. I mean, they're so easy to make. I swear.
It's hours to make.
It takes a few moments in the background to make, okay?
How many? You know, you probably made like 2 of them. That's it. That's got to be the reason you're saying that.
I
made
one.
One of them, and I decided that was too much time.
That was too much time.
Listen, steel plate advanced circuit. It's not too bad.
Look, I just want atomic bombs, okay? At some point.
Yeah, me too. You're gonna get a setup for that, right?
Huh?
Atomic bombs. You're gonna get a atomic bomb.
Oh, shoot, what does that take? Is that gonna take assemblers at some point?
Yeah. It's gonna take a whole bunch of junk, but it also needs the like uranium, which you're the only one who has that.
Oh yeah, forget about that. Yeah.
Yep, my hands are tied. You have to do all of it. Okay, I got shield 1's automated. I need processing units and identity structure.
Oh yeah, so you know the real kicker for all that script doing? I could have done it the old-fashioned brute force way and had it all done by now.
What is that?
Oh, like, the whole goal is to basically not have to make a bunch of different folders and files to store, you know, the shorts in, because they're going to be named and numbered based on their index. So I just wanted one project that can just make all the shorts in and then eventually save for doing the long video. Not the case.
So you're saying it just would have been faster if you just manually did it?
Yeah. But obviously, part of the challenge is doing that with the script.
Yeah, I mean, that's the case for what, 90% or so of us out there.
Yeah, to kind of go on, as I probably alluded earlier. So, with all the headaches and stuff, that apparently has just been a normal, everyday, average issue for a lot of the guys who work on those, like who are on those forums. And basically, one of the things that came as a result was functionally that the people were saying you should use this scripting, you know, tool, people. And so I'm like, all right, what's this all about? And it's some like pretty old looking website. It's like amazing that there's actually like software on it that's still probably useful. And there's some stuff that showed that was free, but a lot of it was just like, here's like film green for your Vegas thing. And it's like you look at the price and it's like $100 or whatever. The chuck at this, and it's like, huh? Really?
I didn't realize they'd have like stores like that.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Clearly that thing was like from the old Sony Vegas days, and they probably just like maintenance it once a year when like compatibility dies up somewhere.
Yeah. Or when that like one movie director was like, I need this. Only person told me.
So
there's no way a movie director would use Vegas over Adobe stuff. Let's be real. Adobe's in that Mac lifestyle or life cycle. So, like by default, you've got every industry person using that.
yeah, like is the Adobe stuff like the main thing for movie production?
No idea. I just know if you're saying that that's like the alternative to Vegas, and since Adobe is really pushed to live in the Apple life cycle, then that's probably the case.
Which is weird, because I think most of the development for the software side is all on Windows. I could be wrong about that, though.
Well, I know that you can use Blender and stuff for like 3D animations, so at the very least, that could go all max.
It still always surprises me that Sony decided to drop Vegas like that, because it didn't stop making cameras or other like software equipment in that space. They just like, now Vegas isn't worth the money anymore. It's like, what? That's, your movies are like one of your bread and butter production spaces.
I think the big thing that they said was they just wanted to consolidate their business. So like they wanted to reduce the number of industries that they were in, and the software side was the one that kind of got the boot, at least in that video software side.
Yeah, I still think it's kind of an odd choice to have gone on and done that particular way.
Okay, where are my rockets? You can, by the way, set a logistics thing in here, so you can always have rockets.
A requester chest?
In your Spidertron.
Oh yes, it does have a logistics thing now, doesn't it? You said you just have regular rockets?
I have both.
Oh wow, Mr. Fancy over here.
Yeah, over here chastising me about automation, and yet look.
Look what he's done. He's taken advantage of me every turn and done nothing but criticize.
Now when you need me, suddenly there's no criticisms to be heard.
Well, you know, you just like, you just, you know, okay. Oh, so I watched the latest Rick and Morty.
Oh, remind me again.
What
was that?
They fight the Pope.
Oh yeah. Well, what'd you think?
you know how we would mention like the whole eras thing? It definitely has like the weird mid-season like episode feel where it's like we wanted to do something fun as writers, and that's what they landed on. It definitely has like that feel to it. Not necessarily it's
I
good or
thought that
bad.
was the Numerinos episode or whatever it was called.
Numerinos.
That really felt like they had to pat themselves on the back in order to do that.
I'm trying to think, what was the Numerinos episode?
I don't know what they were called, but it was the Ice Tea one.
Oh, okay.
That was the Numerinos, wasn't it something like that? Trash slots, yeah.
I was still just kind of surprised that that episode exists. It's such a weird like I think like the fighting the Pope is very much we got you know some of the newer fun writers in the room, and we told them come up with 3 nouns and a verb or something like that, and
Yeah.
they landed on Pope, Vikings, and Bigfoot. And then
Yeah.
that's I think it's really much feels like an exercise in that space.
Yeah, now that you mention it, you're kind of right. It does feel like that, doesn't it?
But if anything, it definitely felt like much more when there were the fun episodes. I was thoroughly entertained versus like you mentioned, like the number wars and the stuff like that, and the letters and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like that episode much at all, but I did enjoy the Pope one.
I think the end was funny where they did like the lassie on him. Like, no, go, you gotta get out of here. No, you can't stay. It's like I can get a job now. I'm just a regular guy. It's like it's one of those like little tongue-in-cheek things. Like, wait, on the fly, they just decided Bigfoot should just be a guy. He couldn't like, you know, modify his like body cloning thing for Bigfoot. It's just like, oh yeah, I've accepted the fact that now I'm just a regular dude. All right. And then they're like trying to throw him back in the woods.
He had changed him so much that he was functionally a functional adult. Yeah, I thought that was pretty great too. So you could kind of tell what they were doing, but
so I guess that does lead to say it's like that's kind of been at least my favorite episode of the season. I mean, I know you mentioned like in the Rick battle one. And
the Pope episode was your favorite?
In like that, definitely like that fun adventure episode thing. Like here's like the kind of the show that I almost would just wish they would just keep Rick and Morty as, like just this weird silly adventure show where they can kind of do fun stuff. I think the expectation sometimes becomes, oh, we have just too much expectations by our fans to do all these other things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fair. And I think Dan Harmon had mentioned that before.
Oh, the expectations for fans. I mean, there was points in space where like making a nice story and making it coherent and canonize and follow through on character arcs is enjoyable. Then there's times where a show can be silly to be silly. Like in the Venture Brothers sense, they're like some of like the best episodes are just ones where they just kind of do something silly in the background, and then they just call onto it later in the series, and it's just like, oh, here was just like this small little thing in the background that was just mentioned, where the whole episode has like nothing related to that. It's like, oh man, they piece it together. Like I think that's probably like the better way to like deal with like canonizing the situation, where it's like you want to like use something, but your show has to kind of be set up to be silly enough for it. I think they had too many like super serious episodes to really make sense out of that.
You think? I thought there was no problem with anything like that, personally.
How are the atomic bombs supposed to be made? Do you know?
Nope, not a clue.
I guess we won't
Look
know.
at the research. You hit T and then hold your mouse over the. Yeah, just hit T and hold your mouse over the bomb.
I see atomic bomb. It doesn't tell me how it's
There's
made.
10 explosives, 10 rocket control units,
Where do you see that?
30 uranium-235.
Where do you see that?
So if you hit T,
Yeah.
there's the little green missile
Yeah.
underneath effects.
Underneath
mouse over that.
effects. Whoa, hold on. I hit.
So you see atomic bomb queued in the top left corner?
Yes.
This is the cost. Underneath that is the effects.
Yeah.
Hold your mouse over the green.
Ah, okay. I was on the one where it just gave me the tooltip of what it was. I completely ignored the thing in front of me that says atomic bomb queued. I was looking at the darn thing above it. I was looking at the tree off to the side. That was the one thing I was not looking at.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't see that since the effects is underneath the tooltip. Won't let you actually...
Man, that's real annoying to build. I got tons of explosives,
Yeah.
though.
Have you seen how fast the Spidertrons shoot yet?
No, I don't have any missiles yet. They never came. Oh wait, no, I do now. How do I shoot?
You just walk in the proximity. It's proximity based. But yeah, do that real quick. You'll understand the crazy requirements of filling this thing up with nukes after you do that.
How do I put... Do I have to, like, select the weapon? How do I fire this thing? See? Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't have any enemies to shoot. I had to push C.
I know. Okay, well, yeah, you could do C if you hold down C. Well, C doesn't have a single rocket. No, you gotta walk over to an enemy. You can walk right over the wall. Just waltz on over there. It'll be okay.
Wait, where are the enemies? There's none near us. We cleared them all out.
What do you mean? Just go to the left. I see like a tiny base right there. It's like a short walk down the road. You've been in the base so long that distances have been warped for you?
Yes. It's like, man, that's 30 miles away. Let me get on 5 trains to make that connector. Dang, that's efficient.
Efficient, you say?
He's a machine. He's a killing machine. So, we doing Borderlands 2 next, huh? Or did you have something else in mind?
Oh, it shot faster. You ain't having like one of the rockets.
I'm holding space and it's bouncing between them.
You don't have all your rocket slots filled. That's why it's shooting so slow.
Oh.
Probably only using like 1 or 2 of the rocket launchers in there.
Well, I don't have any more supply because I only told it to give me like 50.
Well, that's where you made a mistake.
I had all those shields and a personal laser turret, and I was still getting diced up like that.
That's why it shoots so fast. Not in the logistics network. Well, I can't be right.
So I guess this is technically our epilogue.
Yeah. I say we just play what we can tonight and go a few hours and then we'll start on Borderlands next time. I'm not really feeling Borderlands right now. But if you're down to like hosting everything,
It'd be kind of weird to jump back into that game.
did you have something else in mind? You're the one who gets to choose the next game, so.
I didn't have anything else particularly. What I was of anything. Was there something that you've been dying to play? Just kind of curious.
Not really.
No.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I got to play Monster Hunter Wilds or whatever it was, the game that's not out yet. Or Dragon's Dogma 2. That's not multiplayer. And it's not out yet. But as far as what's out, I mean, honestly, there's not a whole lot of multiplayer games out there.
Maybe it's just...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Maybe it's just the particular sense that we have right now with all of the current things on our mind.
Most multiplayer games fall into a couple categories. They're either like MOBAs, MMOs, or
shooter.
Yeah, I was gonna say shooter, but I think there's more broad category where it's like a type of game that just doesn't. Ah, shoot, my army got stuck. Hang on, I gotta reroute. Oh, do I not have auto shoot?
Oh, you're holding space?
Oh, do I have to hold space? There's definitely got to be a different way. Huh. I think we do need a nuclear reactor.
For what?
Power. We did need one. We did need a nuclear reactor. My shields weren't getting charged. That's why my Spidertron was getting messed up.
Oh. That might explain why I don't have shields. I know it's pure health bar.
It's a pretty chunky thing if you manage to survive.
So we need a personal nuclear reactor?
Yep, that's what I'm putting on there. Unless you know how to fit an entire regular nuclear reactor. And there's got to be a way to set this to be automatic. Yeah, okay, there it is. There's a little auto targeting thing. Oh, this one doesn't even have any bullets, too. Darn logistics guys were taken too.
There was some other stuff I was trying to think of. Topic-wise, you mentioned the Nidus thing, right?
I think you've been talking about that. Has that gotten any better?
I have a theory. So it's not too bad right now. I think it comes and goes with the sleep stuff I like to roll out every now and again when I need it. I think that I didn't take it the past couple nights. I think that's actually been where some of that headache has come from.
It could be.
Which kind of would make sense at the nerve component side of things. So I definitely have to be cautious on taking that multiple days in a row. Because I didn't do it last night.
Look how much faster they are when you have a personal one on. Dang.
Oh, was that because
Real fast, boy.
you just need one personal nuclear reactor?
Yeah. Apparently those shields don't do crap. Wow. Those shields suck.
The personal shields too?
Yeah. You got wiped out in like a quarter of a second.
You want a red, huh?
Real guard. What? No. I went with red, yellow, magenta, black, and white.
I only can imagine why you need 6 of them at a time.
Watch this. You watching?
You can control all of them. How many remotes do you have?
Well, need about one per one.
So you have them set to auto attack?
Yep. Man, cleared that whole base.
I don't know, the artillery is pretty
base,
fast and fun to look at.
Honestly, yeah. There's nothing that beats artillery. Artillery is where it's at. Unless it's not within range, then you have no choice.
I'll take my one green one, that's all I need. He's the OG. That's why he's green.
Oh, the important thing is that we can actually move fast now. I was gonna say I remember them moving much faster last time.
Are you storing those personal nuclear reactors in a chest?
Yes, I am. Why?
Alright, I'll eventually get one day. I guess it's still in the Amazon network. Still waiting on Bezos to get me that portable nuclear fusion reactor.
It's the benefit of having everything automated, you know?
Hence why the nuclear bombs will be made with requester chest. Huh. I guess I could have just taken the nuclear reactor out of my guy, because I'm not using it, and just given it to my dude.
You never know what'll happen. It's probably good. Plus, it's not like we're short of nuclear reactors. Well, okay, hang on, we might be. Let me check. No, we have 60 of them. You'll be okay. Well, I've been getting some really bad tinnitus too, man. That junk's getting real loud. I know why, though. It all goes back to that one health issue.
That one unfaithful day. Is this mine? Oh, okay, there's another going on that line.
Hey, I need to go back, schedule something, get another checkup and everything. Don't worry about that another time. It's really difficult to peel away from your job to get those things done.
I know, right?
You have a 9 to 5.
It's like, oh, what am I supposed to schedule like these
that.
dentist appointments? Like, why am I scheduling them 6 months in advance if I can't even like get myself a confirmed I'll still be working and have insurance by then, you know, kind of mentality.
It's crazy. The whole like way benefits and insurance and junk works is so jank. It's amazing how they manage to like entrench themselves, because I feel like if you tried to make a service like that these days, literally no one would go with it.
You know why those services were made, right?
I mean, if you're asking if I know the history, no.
So basically in the World War II era, they're like, oh, we gotta, you know, there's a lot of hullabaloo on why they did it. But basically it was like, oh, we need something else to like give people benefits in a way. And we don't want to like, you know, give people health insurance. We'll just make it required for business to either pay up enough money for the people to afford a health insurance, or they can just provide it themselves. And so the business are like, oh, we'll provide it ourselves, and we'll do these backdoor behind business-to-business deals that give them the dog dick solution that we are required to basically be provided. That's why all the companies are like, we have the health insurance for it. It's like they're basically required to do it because of the way the law was set up. And so instead of just like, oh, you know, not putting on a wage requirement and not putting that on, instead it created a system of perpetuating the climb of health insurance and everything, and thus we have this extra headache that we have now.
Isn't it great?
It's lovely, you know. It just is. It's just so lovely. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get... though we have atomic bombs and can make them, I don't have my manufacturing smooth enough to put the proper material in the proper spot. I guess I'm just gonna have to just do the filter guy and just cap it out at some way.
Yeah, sounds like you got something to fix.
It's the way that the uranium-235 is made, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of been the, like... Honestly, that's the biggest issue with core nukes. Getting that resource is the real challenge. Apparently my roommates, they were heading out to do go-karts tonight.
You're like, oh.
You know, I had plans. But I was like, I didn't know he had a freaking go-kart place in the area. Like, excuse me? That sounds amazing.
You know, it's one of those things, like, some people, yeah, some people just, like, they just have found those places. Like, either they've looked for it deliberately, or they've stumbled into it. It's like, how'd you be able to find this? This has never existed anywhere at all so.
That's how I feel, dude. It's like, I could have sworn I've looked for this thing a dozen times before. I never found it. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it popped up. Either way, I guess we have a go-kart place in the area.
Is that like at
wish...
Andretti's or something? I think that's a place.
I don't know what it was called. I'll have to ask my roommate when they come back.
It was probably an Andretti's or something.
Yeah, it could be a chick. But I do wish I had better, like, hiking places in the area. It's like the whole tech area in North Atlanta just never really kicked off exactly close to the mountains. Like, the closest you get is sort of Alpharetta, maybe a little higher Lawrenceville kind of area. But it's still like 2.5 hour drive over the mountains. Anything like less than an hour. Okay, that's still pretty good, but it would be nicer if it was like less than an hour.
Yeah,
that's like something you could do.
That's kind of the headache anywhere in the state. Everything is so just damn far away. It's like I kept wanting and thinking about doing punchline stuff, and it's like, where the hell is the time to do it? And it's like on the weekends.
Just the drive alone is going to be like.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half if I was doing it directly. That's why it's so much easier to go through my sisters and do it.
Yeah, but like that's a huge time sink. So it's not something you can just really do too easily.
And it really isn't. It's like I don't know when I have the time to do that and everything.
Punchline in particular, I feel a little awkward if you go because there's sort of this implicit understanding that you're going to pay for something to, you know, pay for the shows themselves, given how cheap the tickets are. But at the same time, you paid how much for the water again?
It's like $8 for the two of us.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So basically, that little thing, sure, like, oh, we paid $15 and $21 after tax per each, is a takeaway. Basically, rack it up to, you know, like $50 for two people.
It's absolutely insane, dude. I did like the ramen, but it wasn't like an exceptional place either.
No.
It was good, but just not.
Basically, I had glorified chicken noodle soup. It is function what I had at the end of the day.
What'd you get again?
The glorified chicken noodle soup.
Did you get the chicken ramen?
Yeah, that was like the stock default thing. It's like, yeah, we know our audience. They just want to pretend like they come in and enjoy Japanese, but this is Americanized. The functional Tex-Mex equivalent at the end of the day.
We have this place near us called Ninja. It's Ninja something, I don't know what the rest of it is. We just call it Ninja.
Huh.
And it's a surprisingly nice place. So if we're ever in Woodstock, we can go there. I mean, it's nothing, it's not like fancy, I think, you know, your meal's going to cost you 15, 16 bucks, but you can get like a really, really nice plate of steak and chicken, vegetables, and fried rice for like 15 bucks. Which sounds like a lot, and it is. But that plate is massive. Like, that is a proper plate of food.
So, are you ready for demo? I only had one, but are you ready for a demo?
Sure.
You watching?
What am I supposed to be watching?
Did you see it?
Oh, you got a laser. It's pretty smart.
No, you didn't see the nuclear explosion?
Nope. I asked where. You didn't tell me.
I said if you're watching on me. Well, you can see it on the stream, so go enjoy that.
I can see the aftermath. You just had the one?
Yeah, I got. Oh man, these things take a son of a gun of resources to eat. I don't have enough uranium 235. If the nuclear engine, the reactors, if they are made any slower, then you only can have. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, they are some serious firepower, but yeah, creating them is not an easy task. Should just travel north and see how far we can go. Do you have the lasers automated at least?
The personal lasers? No.
Yeah.
You think I have things automated like that? The answer is no.
Yeah, it's not like you haven't automated anything. What's going on? Sorry, you haven't automated any of the like personal equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you haven't automated anything because you're literally automating the entire research. But let's not worry about that part.
How come you're not automating the important things I actually care about? I explicitly said this is important.
What is a discharge defense? Have you tried that before?
No, I have not. I think I asked you about that earlier.
Okay, well, I'm making one, so let's see how that goes.
I guess in your case, you should have Spidertron with like all lasers on it, and then a bunch of rockets, and no shield, and then exoskeletons, and then see how effective that is versus.
Well, I can't have them at different speeds, otherwise grouping them together is a pain. I still have to swap between the individual controllers to move them. But it would be ideal if I had like robots to repair them while they're out. Don't think I have the RoboPort Mark IIs automated anymore. Personal RoboPorts are kind of a pain to make.
I need a better way to make uranium 235. I have no clue how to effectively make uranium 235.
The discharge defense is the size of a shield.
Is it fast?
Not sure. I'll load it up on some of these. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Oh, you're not gonna go with laser?
I could do both. But I figured the discharge defense has 10 lasers in it, so it must be better, right?
Good.
It's got a short range, but I'm hardly worried about that. Oh. Stuns nearby enemies when activated by using the remote. Tell me this is some non-automated defense.
Laser turrets were automated.
Yeah, it's completely worthless then. Can't do anything with that. Let me think. We need low density structures. Yeah, being able to walk over things is pretty nice. So did you find out anything about the whole Discord being down?
No, I didn't see anything. I checked on that Twitter of theirs and didn't see anything at all. Thought that was kind of odd, but alright.
That might be there now.
It was probably just some small thing.
Yeah, have full functionality now. But it hit like exactly the time we would normally start.
They were watching.
Now, given. What's that?
They were watching and waiting.
Of course. Well, I just mean it was like right on the dot. So for something to start turn of the hour. Makes me wonder if they were running maintenance or something. During an upgrade today, we suffered a cascading failure resulting in intermittently unavailable servers.
Neat.
We have restored most of the affected servers and are working to remedy downstream issues. Huh. So they were doing an upgrade and it must have been 7 o'clock. They either turned them off or they finished their upgrade and turned it on to production.
Oops. That's very much the oops, I tripped and I let up an atomic bomb.
It's funny because if you look at their like, because you know they have a whole status thing saying what's up and what's down. It's like, yep, good job. You just had a prod outage and now you've got a nice little blip on your timeline. You keep that up and then you can't claim 99% uptime.
Oh, that's I was about to say something like that. It's like, oh man, they won't have that perfect history. Some guy is just like, my 100% uptime near the end. No.
Have you seen AMZ or Amazon Web Services?
What about them?
Apparently they've got a big thing about touting how they have like, they have a term for it. They love it so much, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But where they have 4 digits of 9, so it's like 99.99996 or some percent uptime. They made a term about it and everything. They're so proud of it, which, okay, that's pretty impressive. But at the same time, a little cringy. It's like at a certain percentage, there's just, it's not really terribly meaningful. But.
Yeah. Like, honestly, most things are super trustworthy at the end of the day if they're over 99%, if not even less than that.
I think 99.8% or some junk is usually more than enough. Because that's like 1 outage every year, just about, maybe. Alright, I'm sending the squad up north.
Oh, I can see your lasers. They're darn...
I'm gonna chill down here.
They're darn rainbow up there.
Oh, I should have done a rainbow, you're right. Where's my blue one?
You can't use green. I'm using green.
Well, you'll have to join the rainbow then.
Somehow proceeds to take control of my Spidertron's like, no, get out of it.
Gotta put down a blue one.
I'm not required to put down an additional requirement.
Gotta get this guy kitted out. The good news is I've got everything automated, so it doesn't take me any time. Except for the laser turret and discharge defense.
Oh. That's interesting. I can make explosive uranium cannon shells now.
Nice. Sounds like it could be useful.
You can't put those on Spidertron, can you? It's only for tanks. And artillery, right?
You can only put rocket launcher materials. So if it's rockets, you can put them in. You cannot put cannons and shells in it. And artillery has their own specific ammo.
So I need to get out the tank to test out this.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's nothing else you can do with cannon shells, can you?
Yeah, they're kind of obsolete at this point.
Which is a darn shame.
I mean, it's only because tanks are like paper. They just get destroyed too quickly. They still do decent damage.
Can you tell your Spidertron just to follow you?
I thought there was something like that. But I must be misremembering because I couldn't figure it out earlier.
I never did get a... What in the world was that? What? Why is that a thing? Alright. I never did get another personal nuclear reactor. Like, the logistics never just, like, never gave you one.
That's kind of funny. I mean, I have 60 of them just chilling down here. There's more than enough to go around. Are you making rockets?
Yes. Very slowly.
Oh, that explains things. I was trying to figure out why it took so long for my rockets to appear from my machine. Turns out they were grabbing it from your base, not mine. Even though I'm like 10 feet away from the chest for that. And I've got like well over 3,000 in both chests. Oh.
Alright, you ready for this demoing? I'm about to demo the nuclear shell.
Is that you?
It's not on my guy. That's way down south. I'm just gonna do it on this rock.
Alright, I'm watching.
A little anticlimactic, but alright. It's got a green explosive.
It's hard to beat the literal nuclear bomb.
Oh, what? Did you see how it goes through the trees like that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a bit of like piercing effect.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, that's all of them? That uses the uranium-238, not the 235, which is...
So that's a cheaper one.
Yeah, so it's a very much cheaper alternative. I have so much 235, it's kind of worth loading it up. I do have some rockets on me. I can go blow up something.
Like
So you got the squad and the wipeout committee. I'm just like, I got the one shot.
except you put all 5 in, so it's gonna use them up pretty quickly. Well, I guess you don't have auto shooting.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that's all. You gonna help me punch north?
I don't know. Maybe get more. I gotta be careful here. That thing auto cycles through your shots. I have to like do that manually.
It'll use up all 5 of your nukes within like a quarter of a second.
Hold on here. I gotta beat him. I can do it. I can beat him there.
The squad is automated. Don't blow them up. You know what? I completely forgot to make one of them have robots.
Oh, all right.
So they can't repair themselves. Dang. Alright, guess I gotta make another Spidertron. This one will be the repair bot.
Oh no, acid. I'm a little more sensitive in my. Wait, how come my robots aren't trying to repair? What? Oh, maybe because I don't have enough power.
You might not have a repair.
I don't have a. Yeah, I don't have a nuclear guy on me. I don't have a recharger.
Yep, then do it. You're only one of those.
That's really satisfying, though. So how big are these maps?
I don't know. I've never been to the end of one. I assume infinite, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, these bases, they're not so much bigger, but they're just denser. Alright, this one's pretty massive. It's probably the biggest one I've seen.
Yeah, they get pretty big.
What's your personal record of big?
So when I played, I mean, if you look down here, there's a much bigger one. What you looking at? Never mind the like fused one to the right. Once you get far enough, you start getting really condensed, like what you see down south there. I don't know how big my personal record is. It's kind of hard to say because it's. You know, it's like they start to fuse. Where do you draw the line of one big base or small bases that are just really close?
It's kind of impressive that the AI know like how many rockets in the conjoined area they need to actually fire each. Might just be stealing some of these rockets myself. You know, this little resupply. Wait, I still have solar panels on my guy. I should still have Roboports coming out of my guy. Huh, maybe I messed something up? Actually, in fact, I don't have any construction robots on me. Huh. I wonder what happened to them. I wonder if I somehow left them behind by accident.
Wow, these personal roboports are expensive. Wow.
You're like, I can't wait till I automate 90 of these in one little spot and then use like one of them.
I don't even want to, man, because they use blue circuits. Just don't make enough blue circuits.
But yeah, I actually was just missing apparently construction robots. I'm not sure what happened to my guys from earlier, but oh wait, I have artillery still. Man, it's such a weird weapon combo.
Nukes and artillery?
Yeah.
Really? I feel like that, you know, it kind of.
Well, I meant like in, you know how like we were using grenades at one point. Artillery's out of range. Oh, you know what probably happened? The first round, when I went by earlier, to do the testing of the nuclear rocket, I probably lost all my construction robots to the spitters and stuff, and I just never got ones replaced. I never thought about needing construction robots.
Speaking of which, I don't have those automated down here.
Don't worry, I have tons in storage. Just use them. Actually, I think the construction robots are still being built. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. These things only go in stacks of 10. These, the nuclear rockets, the atomic bombs. We got 16 of these bad boys. Let me at them, let me at them. Wait, so you didn't, you built those dischargers, right, for the your robots, but you never implemented them, or?
What does that mean to implement them?
So you made those dischargers thing. Did you actually put them on for the Spidertrons?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
all on there. I don't know if they work though. I didn't get a good or a close look, so I'll have to take a look.
Dang, it just like pops the little bases just once.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? It's too bad they're so expensive.
We don't get nuclear artillery shells, do we?
Nope. Wow, okay. These personal roboports take quite a bit of power. The one portable fusion reactor is kind of struggling.
It's kind of silly to lead out around a whole horde. Dang, these atomic bombs are so efficient. If anything, they're actually more efficient than the artillery.
You should be helping me bust up north. Try to get as far north as we can. See how big the resources get up there. You okay?
Oh, I can kill myself. Oh no!
Kill yourself?
You can kill yourself.
You blew up your spider. I bet you wish you had your Spidertrons automated right now, huh?
Shut up. Stop that, you. Oh no. Hey, can I borrow one of those Spidertrons?
Your corpse is there at least. Okay.
You can see the nuclear blast remnants. I don't know which one was me. Do you remember which one was me?
By the way. It's okay if you hit tilde, you're dead. That's the pain. And yes, you can buy one.
I hope I can get my
Lucky
stuff
for
back.
you, the other person playing this game had predicted this kind of tragedy.
As we are in the epilogue of the story and no longer playing the main game, technically. Oh, you're not going to send one to me?
How do I send one? How do I send one to you?
Just send it to my location. Just tell it to come to me. And then I get in it.
You have to put it on your remote. Then I would have the remote. And what am I going to control it for?
You can release it. You can just release it from the thing. As long as somebody's in it, they pilot it.
Are you sure?
Why wouldn't it be like that? I didn't have to use the remote to control it when I was in it. It's just like a tank.
Yeah, but then can you have multiple of the remotes from the same guy?
You would just release it on your end, then I would just get a new remote. Just give me one. You got 6 of them.
I'm sending it. Relax. Do you have the things to populate it, though?
No, I have nothing, because I died. I don't have anything right now.
Now you want me to not only send you a brand new Spidertron, you also want me to kit it out.
Why wouldn't you? You already have it automated.
This guy. You are.
Why do I have so many rocket launchers on his chest?
So spoiled.
So spoiled. I mean, says the guy who can kill himself with nukes.
You never give me
I mean, you can't kill himself with nukes.
I don't have any more energy shield. You have to deal with the rest. That's like
I just need to be able to get back to my body. Hopefully I can salvage something. All I did was lose some atomic bombs.
I mean, your Spidertron's gone, so this is yours from now on. But
yeah, I just hope I can get to my body and actually get my body back.
yeah, you should be fine. It's heading up there. You can see the mark.
So if you do need atomic weaponry, you can request it now. There should be enough.
Send them down to me.
They're in a passive provider.
Yeah, just send it to me.
I can't click on your guy and change what's in your inventory.
I wonder if there's like a way. Can we? Yeah, control left click to follow selected entity.
Oh,
sweet.
Okay. So you can just group all your guys as one big bundle.
About to find out.
You can see where I've scorched the land with my nuclear precision.
Yeah, check it out. Now I've got Teal as the leader. I knew you could do something like this. That's why I wanted to automate it.
All right, Ride's here. They didn't even give me the right green. Wait, can you control it while I'm piloting it?
Yeah, I should be able to.
I think it overrides it when I'm pushing a button.
It does, yeah. I'm trying to. See, stop for a second. Oh no, I can't even do it if you're inside of it.
Huh. All right, that's interesting.
Honestly, that's a pretty fair implementation of that. Because you just know people would screw with other people.
Oh, I ran out of nukes because I don't have any more uranium. That was all the nukes. I killed all the nukes.
So you lost everything inside the Spidertron.
Yeah. Oh, I only had like a few nukes left. I only had like 10 left. Oh well.
Look at my death squad. It's beautiful.
Your hit squad. That's what it is. It's a real hit squad.
This is prime time content right now. How many rockets? I must have already gone through like half my rockets. Yep, I've killed 2 bases and I've gone through half my rockets.
Yeah, I killed 2 bases and I killed 8 bases and gone through half my rockets. And I only shot 8 rockets.
You went through all your rockets, not half.
Oh, I lost my nuclear personal engine as well. Oh.
What is it, a nuclear personal?
My personal nuclear reactor, I lost that.
Oh, yeah, the Tony Stark reactor.
Yeah.
It's not really that big of a deal.
Oh, I got my remote still. Alright. I can control my guy.
I mean, you can literally request the fusion reactor.
I'd had it and it never got to my inventory.
Then you'll just have to make the personal trip. Down to Wally Land, down south.
You gotta go to Walmart. Yeah, I have Amazon up north and you have Walmart.
I mean, yeah, actually, that's pretty good.
Because Amazon does all the R&D,
Yeah,
but Walmart has
you
all
got
the
all the
logistics.
got all the flying drones up there, and I've got all the physical goods.
Huh.
Oh wow, look at the size of that uranium. Maybe we should claim this.
Dang, you really went up there. I mean, we're literally here in the epilogue.
I wanted to go very far north. This isn't far enough yet. Unfortunately, I'm running low on rockets already.
Well, don't ask for any atomic bombs, because I have run out of those.
Well, here's 6.8 million uranium. Is that enough?
It's the ability to get that uranium-235 that's just... It just doesn't exist.
How big is your uranium?
I've cut it in half at this point. Yeah, I think it was at 3, now it's at 1.6.
Wow.
Yeah, you burned
It
through
really
the
uses that
uranium.
much?
Yeah, well, like, the 235, you only get 1 out of every 40, rounds of the centrifuge.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
So, like, right now I have so much 238, like, unusable amounts of 238. Like, it's rare for me to get a 235, because I don't have any of it being produced in a meaningful capacity. Yeah, if they had a way to just go straight from 238, like, if you had to, like, burn 1,000 or whatever to get 235, that'd be great, but there isn't. It doesn't exist.
Good God, look at the size of that base. Oh, okay. It's it was wide, but okay, no, that's pretty big. It's a pretty respectable size of a never-ending base. Good God.
Are you guys gonna survive?
No idea.
That is quite the large base.
It's a huge base. Maybe I should have made a few more spider trains. I don't get the health bar at the bottom of my screen either, so I have to like actually look on the screen. Wow, this base is like seriously never ending. Oh yeah, they're starting to get hurt.
Yeah, like, your teal is, yeah, you should have let him rest up there for... Oh, that just keeps... Yeah, that just keeps one, yeah.
That is like... That is a silly base. Maybe I should wait for a minute.
I think you ran out of... You have 2 construction robots left.
I have 159.
Oh, is it repair kits you're running out of?
Nope.
No, it didn't repair them.
It did. They're all fully repaired.
Huh.
Well, they were. Oh, there's a lot of rockets to do this thing up. Space is like just...
Oh, Teal's almost dead. Teal's almost dead. Oh, he's dead.
Ah!
You lost your lead.
That's
You gotta have red leader.
quickly retreat, because none of those guys can repair themselves.
Oh, Teal had all the repair construction robots?
Yeah, Teal was the repair bot.
And your leader?
I wasn't taking a look.
Oh.
Well, yeah, naturally they should be near the repair bot if they're gonna do their thing. Alright, Magenta, you stand out. You will now be the new leader.
I mean, come on, leader red.
Why? Wait, I lost black.
Really? No, he's right there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He just blends
just
in with the
have-
background.
My teal remote turned black. That's what happened.
Dang, there's just so much army left.
Wow, that was like not even near enough.
It really did send them all the way north.
I wanted to go much further. Alright, well, I'll send them all the way back down. Well, now I kind of wish I automated the roboports. That kind of sucks. It's too bad my blue circuits are like really low volume. Alright, let's see. I need so much crap. Okay. I'm gonna automate it. Why not? I want to make a robot army. I can't do that if I can't have roboports. Also, we just lost 350 repair bots, so I hope you're still making a bunch. Or I guess they're called construction robots.
You know, I haven't checked in on the construction robot repository in a while.
Just make sure they're like constantly being made. Because I'm about to run through them. Okay, batteries. What else do I need? Iron gears, steel plates, advanced circuits. Advanced circuits aren't hard. Steel plates aren't hard, but gears. Still can't believe it let you win. You said you didn't make a satellite though, right?
I guess it had enough resources there for a satellite.
So just automated?
Yep.
Okay. I'm obviously not aware of everything. This is news to me.
Yeah, I just hit the launch button. I was like, all right. And then, hey, you won. Finish. Get out of here.
I mean, that wasn't even that long after we started either. So you obviously already had like most of the resources in there.
Yeah, clearly it was pretty much done from the previous time. I just didn't know I could hit the launch button. Could have been playing Borderlands tonight if I knew that.
You really wanted to start it up?
I could be on the fence about it. So, it's hard to measure how I might want to do that.
Well, I say we finish up Factorio.
Or just like get as far as we want tonight.
And then this will be the last session. Man, I was just thinking, it would be pretty good as a multiplayer game.
What?
I just haven't played in ages. Would be good if this is something would. But Diablo. You remember Diablo?
OG Diablo or 2? Or 3?
Well, we played 3. I'd like to play the new remastered too. Although I don't know if it's any good. I have to look that up.
The 2 did get a remaster, huh?
Yeah, but the big problem with that is it's a Blizzard game and they're going to charge you like $60 for what should be a $15 game.
Here's this thing. Oh, you know what? Just for the hell of it, we went ahead and made sure that every little aspect of it is harder to deal with. It's more difficult. Oh, yeah. You wanted the online multiplayer to run on the same servers? No, the old game will now run on the new servers, and they'll have to pay for it again.
See, that's why I have to look into it, because I have no idea what they've done. You know what they did with Warcraft, though, right? Warcraft 3?
Yeah, that's why I made that little reference.
Gotcha.
Because it was like that situation or whatever.
Yeah, no, they goofed it all up. Which is a shame, because, you know, that's one of my favorite games. Mostly because that was during an era where like minigames were really rare.
That is true. That was a different era.
And you know, their custom games allowed all kinds of crazy things. It's essentially custom programming in games in an era where you just didn't have custom stuff like that. You could get it on some things, but it wasn't typically done in the 3D games. I think like the biggest thing I can think of outside of that would be like Doom WADs. Like, can you think of any video games back then that had, like, you could just make games inside of it?
I mean, it's all the same stuff there. Your Quake was pretty popular for modding, and like you mentioned, the WADs and the other demos, the speed demos. I know Quake was known for its speed demo things.
Of course, that's taken a huge step back. Like, we're talking in the 90s now versus Warcraft 3, which was 2002, I think. Anyways, it's almost a decade in the past. We're talking Doom.
It is just so impressive how features like that were just like commonplace only 20 years ago. That's still a majority of like people, big gamers today, would have recognized in some way, shape, or form as a common thing. Even Halo, up through Halo 1 and 2, had PC like editor stuff, and sure later ones did as well, but excuse me, how did those features not get carried over? Like, it seemed like today, like those types of features, just thinking about making them is almost stressful. And it's like, huh?
Well, I was actually going to say the opposite, in fact. I was going to say that nowadays we see those features a lot more commonplace, whereas back then I can only think of like a handful of games that really did it. because like that customizability and randomness and everything was just not really something that they really did back then. Most games were like the modern era game relies on random numbers a lot and editors, and we don't see that in older games. I don't think, at least. Like roguelike is an entire genre built out of just random numbers. That's an entire genre that relies on playing the game over and over with different RNG as the method of content. Whereas back then, everything was going to be in place by the developers.
Yeah.
But then editors, and I feel like it's not a coincidence these two things kind of merged in modern gaming, but like editors were also kind of rare. Like the biggest games that had editors was like Morrowind. But what I was talking about earlier, it goes a bit beyond just like having an editor for your game. Like, I mean that you could do pretty much anything in that editor, which is a very rare thing. Like Morrowind, we know Bethesda, right?
Yeah.
Huge modding community. Well, even if Morrowind is old, it was no different. It had a huge modding community behind it. However, you couldn't take Morrowind and then make a straight up minigame out of it. It's pretty unlikely. Not without your fancy like script extenders and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And even then, who really... Like, Morrowind's not really the game for that. You're not going to see Mario Kart in Morrowind, for example. Or Tower Defense in Morrowind. It doesn't lend itself to that. But for Warcraft, and you even see that in Halo, but of course Halo came much later. I think, actually, when did Combat Evolve come out? Because that was still original Xbox. It was like when the Xbox came out.
Huh. Yeah, that would have been right before the original Xbox got released, when the OG Halo was announced for Mac originally.
Yeah, 2001, okay. And then when was Warcraft? Okay, so actually Halo came out before. I don't know the history of Halo's editor. I just know that it was really versatile, like the Warcraft 3 editor. But like, there's not a lot of games that are really like that, to be honest. I guess even nowadays you don't see that too often, huh?
I guess you have it all just incorporated into the actual gameplay these days, like your Fortnites and stuff.
I guess that's just no need for editor, because they don't want you to have the editor. They want you to play their custom stuff that they make.
Yeah, and so like the editor is you being able to put down a box and shoot from it, you know? That's the editor.
If you can call it that.
Well, they actually did make the Fortnite Unreal Engine editability thing. So that's technically, they do have modded content for that, I guess. It's a fork of Unreal Engine that's for the Fortnite development, so it is an editor, I guess.
Are you gonna jump into like an online lobby and then just join somebody who has Mario Kart Fortnite going on? Like, is that a thing you can do?
I don't know. I don't know anything past like there is like the Fortnite Unreal editor, and that's a thing that exists. Like, I don't know what else is entailed in that crafting. So
I feel like it's not that versatile.
Man, I don't know anything past that, so.
Yeah, I don't either, so I'm not really good. I'm not going to start assuming things, but I do feel like it's a much rarer quality. Alright. I now have RoboPort Smart 2s on.
As we finish up the game, I guess. What else do we want to do?
You need some goals?
I mean, I got some nuclear bombs. And maybe with a Spidertron army, go in and...
Can you get me a couple hundred nuclear bombs?
No, I don't have... I can't get the 235. I just spent... The last couple of minutes was just trying to, like, clear up the pathway so 235 can get made. I have a collective of 10 right now.
What can we do to get you more uranium?
I need that 235 production. I just need something that can get me like a consistent 235. That's something I just don't have. Like, I have a bunch of 235 just sitting on the rails, but...
Can't you convert the, like, crappy uranium into the higher tier? Like,
Yeah.
what is the crappy one, which is the
The 238's the crappy stuff. But okay, so, like, we can look at my guy, and you can see my centrifuges over here. And you can see what has to get done. And right now, I basically have nothing going to the nuclear power, so we really don't need nuclear. Everything can run off the solar and the actuators, and there's tons of nuclear fuel over there. So I set it up to functionally try to pump in as much 235 to go over to the atomic bomb crafters. And there's only 2 of them off to the side, and it's just a little requester chest. And this whole production line right now is doing nothing else but trying to get 235 out the window. And you can see just like the mining, just availability isn't there. It's not like the large swath and wide spaces of like the iron and copper. It's all condensed, and you can see a couple of them are offline because there's no resources in that space. So it's all the guys in the middle doing all the heavy lifting.
And I mean, that is pretty dense, so it really doesn't seem like you just need more.
Yeah. The dilemma, though, like, if you want to make more 235, you need the centrifuges, but you send it through and you do that little, the Corvex enrichment process, Corvex. Anyways, you do that on this is what this other guy is for, and it's like, nope, there's just nothing. Like, I emptied everything off the rails for the most part, and there's just no more I can make.
You need to get more uranium.
What do you mean get more uranium in here?
I mean, if you had more uranium mines.
Oh, like supply-wise?
Yeah.
I mean,
how you do that, I don't know.
Yeah. So, like, obviously the main one to do would be the one already in the bounds over there and just rail it over. Which would be possible, but with how... I mean, I imagine we'll probably want to play the whatchamacallit? The space DLC at some point. But
I don't know if that becomes like its own thing.
Like a sub game, you just like keep your character at tops or something.
Yeah, or like its own game mode, because it almost sounded like you started on the space station and then you did all that.
Like more like a prequel rather than a sequel thing.
Well, I mean, I never thought of it that way, but no, I think you do it. I think it would be the cool thing, because as I understand it, you visit different planets to get the resources that you need, but your home base being on the space station, and you build that out to be larger and larger. So if you've ever played Skyblocks, or if you've ever heard of Skyblocks in Minecraft, it's like that. So the thing about that, given that fact, it makes me kind of think that maybe you don't start on a planet and you go up. I think it'd be cool if you did, and we can continue to save if that's the case, but I'm just saying, don't hold your breath that we'll be continuing this.
Yeah. Do you know when that's supposed to come out?
No idea. If I had to guess, maybe late 2024 to like middle of 2025. That's my guess.
Fair.
I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Well, I do have some uranium cannon shells if you want to play with that. But at this point, I can't see too much else for us to do besides trying to finish up the research, and we never got to white. Did you ever get white made?
No.
Yeah. So, you mentioned starting Borderlands. I don't have a thumbnail for it, but
I don't have the game installed or anything. It would be
2 seconds for you to install on your gigabit. Remember, it's a 2012 game, you know?
No, I said I also didn't want to start it today, so at the end of it, I kind of don't want to do that.
And it would be, it's kind of sad to like stop playing on this server, like how far we've gotten and everything, but it's kind of run its course. Play with these little nukes here in a minute, but
okay. Well, we can wrap up if you want. Nothing wrong with that.
did you want some of the nukes?
Did you send me any?
I don't know if any more got made. I had like the last batch that was made.
I was hoping to kind of have everything. I was hoping to kind of hang on 1 second. Audio in the background.
You got a tear coming to your eye.
I had two of your streams up, and one of them wasn't muted. You're gonna get banned. I'm pumping your numbers up artificially. Anywho, yeah, I was hoping to kind of get like a massive army of Spidertrons and then push north, see how far I can go. But,
Oh, then let it die.
well, not necessarily let it die, but just see where it goes until they're about to die. But in order to do that, I needed to finish something. I needed to finish automation of some personal things.
So what did you think of this particular run? 72 hours between 2 people. Is that average or?
Oh no, we were super slow.
Okay.
But that's okay. You were learning for like the first time in ages, and you handled all the research alone, so kind of understandable why we'd be a little slow.
Now, on your first playthrough, like, do you remember how long that took you, roughly?
No idea.
So many years ago.
Like 100 hours. Like okay, when I say super slow, I don't mean we're like the slowest ever. I don't think it was that bad, but there's room to be improved for sure. If we were trying to speedrun or something. I think the important thing is that we're not doing a speedrun here, so it doesn't really matter much. We're playing it at a nice pace where we weren't rushing ourselves and stressing about like, oh, you know, we gotta automate this, we gotta automate that early, you know, we gotta design this efficiently so if we expand it, we're not losing time. You know what I mean? Like we're playing it very casually.
Yeah.
So for 72 hours, I think that's fine. I do know that you could beat this game if we were really trying. We could probably beat it in 20, 30 hours easily. But then we'd both be having to work on like both getting the automation and everything ready for research. We would need to be very quick in expanding our territory. And then we would need to wall that off and have that. In fact, here's the thing about doing the whole walls. I think it is actually quite a bit slower to do the walls and then do things. Like we did it safe, so we're not constantly battling things in our base. But it is actually, if you do like satellite bases or if you do turrets much closer to the base rather than having like a defined wall, I think it's quicker, easier to set things up. But I never do it that way because I don't like having things in the base or attacking me unpredictably.
Dang, how many of these are you trying to... What the hell is this?
Don't look at there.
Man's got a darn army.
I'll add one more to the list.
Must resist going...
What color haven't I used? The problem with these colors is it's like there's no saturation.
Huh. I can't... How do I tell if my thing has power or not? Huh. Can you see the name of my Spidertron?
Yeah, I see your name on it.
Like when you hover over it, you can see that it says Big
Oh,
Hoss.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just kind of...
Did you get mine McLovin?
I mean, each darn Roboport has a unique name. How come the Spidertrons don't?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, isn't it? They just decided to like not do that, I guess. Did you come down here and get your own personal reactor?
Yeah, eventually one came to me on the network.
How do you request just one thing real quick? Do you have to do the set request and then delete the request once you get the item? There's no way to be like, give it this to me and then delete it once I get it?
Nah, I do it all. I just have to do it by one and wait until I get it and toss it out.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, well, we'll do that then.
Alright, trying to get some funny names going on here.
I don't have personal lasers though.
Yeah, I just had to go 2 personal lasers. 2 personal lasers and 2 shields.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I have the one repair bot too. I'm gonna turn the teal into the leader again and I'll do the repair bot on it.
Alright. Tell me what you think of the black one. Its name.
Hang on. Let's see. The darkness.
And tell me what you think of the names real quick.
How very edgy.
It's a Dave Chappelle reference. Come the
I haven't seen
darkness.
the Dave Chappelle agents.
So, it's from the Charlie Murphy. It's one from one of the Charlie Murphy story tells, and he was Charlie Murphy has a story of interacting with Rick James. Now, mind you, both of these guys are dead at this point, and apparently, so Rick James is lighter tone than Charlie Murphy, and so his joke for referring to Rick James's joke for referring to Charlie Murphy and Eddie Murphy, where it was "Come the darkness," come. They're just that much darker tone.
Yeah, yeah.
So McLovin, Shelly, Sharkbait, Spectre01, Chat, the only and only. Okay, I was supposed to say the one only. I went too fast. the only.
I think, you know, it stands for
The
yes.
one and only. It's kind of funny because you can do parentheses in the chat, and so when you look at it, it's open parentheses, chat, open parentheses, the one and only, close parentheses, close parentheses. The darkness and whiteout. Yeah, named your white one whiteout. Wait, what's this one over here? Is this your personal one?
The yellow one, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one.
Did you get it? Did you like its name?
Did you name it?
Yeah.
The Bane. Haha.
Just note that's not how you spell Bane, like the Batman bad guy. Anyways. Just, how many controllers do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have 8 for my personal one.
Dang.
I mean, I could have more. You see the chest. Setting it up though. Gotta configure these guys so I can send them out into the wilds.
Our Roboports we can put Roboports on our guys, right?
On our guys and the Robotron, but I don't know if they work for our guys if we're within the Robotron. I'm not sure on that.
I mean, all I know
It did
is
put up tanks and stuff, so it might. But all you know is what?
all I know is that for whatever reason, it can be said that if you misclick with atomic bombs, we'll all be dead.
Yeah, don't do that near my base.
Did you like that little rhyme there?
You trying to sneak in dad jokes? Where the heck are these robots? Ah, there they are. Construction robots. Give me 450 or something. There we go. Now I've got to wait for them to get their stuff. I guess I'll make Pink a repair bot too. It's probably good to have more than one.
Yeah, what are you putting on your arsenal?
You can take a look. Click the new one and you can see the logistics. It's mostly just missiles, repair packs, and destruction drones, pretty legit. Not a whole lot there. You have to make sure they're configured. Unless you were asking about the grid. Or are you asking about the grid?
Interesting.
Alright, they're suited up. Now it's just a matter of waiting until we have what I need. Can you remotely refill a robot? Oh, you can't. How many mix do you have?
I got the 11, and that's it. I'm hoping to
You gotta
fire off
be
as
the,
many as I can before
you
I
gotta
end
be
up
the
dying.
full-
You want some?
Wow, I was gonna say, do you want to lead them?
I don't mind giving you a few.
Well, I don't plan on being up there personally. I don't want to die.
Why not? If we're in-game over here.
So you're treating it like everything's disposable. But who knows?
Come back to the save file because we do have to reuse it. You want at least one to play with it?
I've already used them plenty of times before. I had in our previous run, I was playing with the group.
The boys.
We had
the real friends.
A couple hundred. That's not how it is at all, and you know that. But we had a couple hundred of the nukes, so we kind of went ham.
I imagine that base was much larger though. You mentioned that before.
It was 4 bases, so you see how big my base is?
Yeah.
Imagine 4 of those. So we had the
Not really
resources.
comparable then.
No, not at all.
Did
Plus, the distance that we were far, like, away from it. So the way that that game worked was we were put, like, 10,000 units or something away from the center.
Oh,
And,
okay.
you know, as the further away you get, the larger the nodes you see.
Yeah.
Like, you see, if you look at the edge of our map, you're seeing, like,
10
20,
million.
10 million iron, whatever, right?
A
Huge
9 million
node.
uranium.
So, like, we had those as starting resources. So, again, not
Oh.
very comparable. We had, like, a huge jump start because of that.
Yeah,
So while you're working off a 3 million node, we wouldn't have even seen one that small.
yeah, that probably is a much different game. Were the enemy nests just like much more unbearable, or how'd you guys handle those?
They were. And man, we had to wait until we had almost artillery before we could meet up with each other.
Each? So like I guess like you had all everyone was
in
basically
4
contributing to
corners.
research, huh?
Yeah, we could still all contribute remotely, which is pretty neat how the research works. Alright, there you go. You got a little squad following you now.
Oh, you have them tailing me? I'm playing the artillery minigame. So what makes you want to do north versus like south or east or west or something?
Because the south looked terrible. And also there was way more water down south. Or at least it looked like there was until we uncovered more. Anyways, I've already gotten most of the north done, so why don't you head on up there and see what you can get, uncover all that.
You can see all the things in the south I'm bombarding. It's kind of impressive.
All my ammo that I've been saving up.
For things in the south we're not going to be attacking.
Actually, there's like a lot of ammo.
I'm about to say it's like we haven't used any in quite a while.
We'll put down another artillery down there over there by the south of the solar panels. Apparently we just had like a dead zone over there. Guess I'll use those. Nope, not in range. Dang.
Alright, the army's following me. Thing is, I basically have to be like super selective on my assault.
I can peel it off. They're all following Teal, and Teal's following you, so I just need to move Teal. Don't let Teal die.
Kind of curious if they'll like get lost in the bridge.
I don't know. We'll see. You can see the way it works though is they give it a path to you. So if something interrupts that path between it and you, like one tile of water or something, then yeah, that could break it.
Yep, looks like they can handle the bridge just fine.
Do you have like an extra thing? How many exoskeletons do you have? Just the 3?
Yeah, 3. Why?
Okay. Almost looks like you're going faster.
Hmm.
I think it's because you're taking sharper turns.
Well, they should be able to cut corners better.
Yeah, you'd think. Sometimes they can, I guess. Well, now we're getting bombarded by the massive wave that you created down south.
You're welcome.
You created like a dozen. You made an apocalypse wave. Oh my god. So many corpses.
Apocalypse. This isn't a DC game.
Dang. Our power usage on the laser turrets was almost number 1. It was real. We probably would have ran out of electricity if we kept that up. So isn't the Spidertron great? Use the artillery while you're out there walking.
Yeah, put artillery minigame at once.
Anyways, you should try not to destroy every base on the way north because you do need to conserve some missiles.
I guess it's a better question. It's like, what's the goal to go up here? Just to die? Go out in a blaze of glory?
Mostly curious about how big the research beds are going to go. I'd like to find some 20 million uranium. Oh look, a new base that spawned since
Huh, that is weird. It's like the other ones had just barely outside of the range.
You noticed that there was some sort of automated script to have them like
Hunt bases and kill them.
well, mostly they just lay down the wall. It's like you see the way that I lay down walls is like I just go straight until I hit water or something. It's relatively simple. I feel like there could be something that could do that. So it'd be nice if, it did that automatically. All you did was like clear it out with artillery, tell it to place the wall. It places the wall, you put more artillery and repeat. Instead, if we want to do that, we have to like go manually place the wall, which is just less than ideal.
You're watching the show?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Ooh, nice.
It does such an efficient job at just taking out so much.
Yeah, you really need that for these bigger bases. But the good news is if you do have it, it seems like it's pretty viable to like get through. Yeah, look at the size of that base. Good God.
Oh, it's not good. Oh, you took them off?
Yeah, didn't acid. Might as well finish up the base too.
Dang, this one's big.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep going down. It just gets bigger and bigger.
How big is this one, this node here? I can't see on the map while I'm moving.
21 million. Keep going to the left. 22 million. Yeah, look at the size. Those bases have basically merged. If you don't have reach, you're just gonna have such a hard time. The neat thing is the most of these are color in the demo, so I can tell you what it is.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not trying to be all speedy with my assault because it's hard to rotate in between the ammo types.
So I was trying to pick up
With the,
Wait a minute, do you see when you nuked them, they started forming like an attack party?
oh, really? Oh, no.
Yeah, they treated it as if it was artillery. I've never seen them do that before. Well, you might want to like get repaired. Come over here to the...
Yeah, I don't want to set my thing to automatic because next thing you know, I'm dead instantly because a biter got too close.
Yeah, don't do that.
Alright.
I didn't know you could blow yourself up, to be honest.
We'll have to learn any experience for all of us.
I got them following me. I wouldn't do that for you at all.
It's so hard to like duck and dodge around them.
I have almost used up all my rockets there. Yeah, they're actually almost out. 1,000 rockets each one of them had.
Needed, I guess, 10,000 each.
Well, no, they had 1,000 each, so that's a total of close to 10,000. They've already ran through them. You might have to refill them. They have a little bit in their inventory.
Alright. Yeah, the one air one you have isn't using its guys.
I wonder why.
It's like it's only letting
one.
one or two out at a time or something.
Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? Maybe it's like a defense thing or something. You guys are pretty far north. Do you see how ridiculous it gets? Like, at a certain point, the density just makes it such a slog. Unless you have hundreds and upon hundreds of nukes, it's quite difficult to keep going north. So now you might understand why I've never really seen how big these maps can get. I kind of just assumed they're...
So there's no, like, plane or anything, though?
Nope. Well, I mean, how could this game do something on the y-axis like that? It's not exactly,
Yeah, the rocket kind of just, like, goes up basically without collision. And
yeah, have you seen that? Did you watch that as well?
yeah.
It's really jank. But I mean, like, what can you do?
Do any of them look like they are not refilled?
That's
Maybe the white one? Yeah, the white one.
well, that one seems to be the best.
No, I just
no, you're
refilled
right.
it
You're
properly.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I got the inventories mixed up.
Yeah, they were right next to each other, so that's why I was asking. Huh.
Oh. It's a fake out. That little copper ore is almost 7 million.
Dang, I'm just boxed in.
Just choose a side and rush on through it. You've got enough that you can at least take that one base.
Alright, what do you recommend, east or west? We're going west. I mean east.
One nuke in the middle and then just run on through while they're all collapsed.
Oh, look at all those worms. Holy smokes.
They just merged into one big base. Yeah, if you didn't have a nuke, there's no way. I'm about to lose my main guy.
Ah, I died. I couldn't get my last nuke off in time.
Well, I'm just not sure.
Well, that's the spot. Yeah. Not in a sophisticated shape, but... Oh, you actually still got some survivors. I guess we'll watch this for the next little bit.
Yeah, it won't be long until they get destroyed.
Oh, your repair bot. Who repairs?
I had two of them just in case this happened. Pink is the other one. So pink is still around. Let's see if it'll actually work though.
You can't change the inventories from, you know.
It's not. You can see it's not even bothering to repair. And they don't have a whole lot of ammo left.
Yeah, I was the only one who could have managed that. Well, I only had like 4 nukes left anyways, so...
It's not that big of a deal. I did a save before we left anyways. And I guess we'll just have these guys go to their death then, seeing as they don't want to repair. It's a really small base. What's up with that? Nope, not a small base. Never mind.
Nope, that's massive. It's huge. Unbelievable. Dang, it's all behemoths on everything. Behemoth worms, biter spitters, spawners. Oh, there they go.
Yeah, the spitters just slow them down so much.
Man, and the worms.
Yeah, most of them are like
oh yeah, looks like your pink died. It was the last one standing. It looks like Spectre 1 is the last man standing here. It's like Whiteout's about to die. The darkness has not died yet. Wow, he's still alive. He's just no, he's dead.
Yeah, I was trying to find which controller it was. Mind you, I've got like a dozen of them here.
Oh, Spectre 1 ends up winning the race. All right, well that's it.
What was the magenta one?
That Spectre 1 is the last one that lived. That blue one.
No,
but magenta I think was chat. It was chat, the one and only.
Ah, well, they're the one who survived. Well, that was not as far as I thought we'd make.
Have you made it farther before? I guess.
I mean, the only one I can compare it to is the one where we started far. So
yeah,
it's kind of like an unfair comparison. If you don't consider that one, then that might be the furthest I've ever made it. But it kind of puts into comparison how huge our base is. It's like that's only roughly the distance our base is as it is tall. Alright, well, I guess we can call it here then.
Sounds good then. I'll go ahead and... Unless you want to swap to a different game real quick.
There's not much to do, I mean...
Could do a quick little round of Risk of Rain.
Do you want to give it a test?
Oh,
I can do like one run. I just don't really have it in me to do a whole nother one.
Of Risk of Rain?
Yeah, like if we had to go through the whole thing.
I
can give it a try though.
Do you care to stream it?
Is there something you wanted to chat about you didn't want to stream? Otherwise, then yeah, I mean, we can put it up, why not?
Alright. I just I don't have a thumbnail for it. I'll just leave it.
Well, we're not going to be on it for very long.
Yeah.
I say let's just do one game, see how that goes. Mostly because I want to see the new controls, but I don't want to I don't want to get stuck into the loops, the roguelike loops. I'm not a fan of them.
And then that one's just addicting. I mean, well, one, the music's good. That's one of the reasons I do like it. And it's just kind of addicting to go through and trying to do a task rather than play it for the game of just going to the boss and killing him. You kind of do it for the little challenges in between.
I just don't get the enjoyment out of that personally.
It's kind of I view it more arcade game in its nature.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of that.
I gotta change the audio settings for Risk of Rain. Where is... Okay, there's the visual side.
Do we have to manually swap to... Was it mouse aiming that they added?
Yeah, it's a check mark thing, and then they added directional aiming. So it's not where the mouse is, it's left, right, axis aiming. Where is my darn audio for game audio? Channel? I see.
Is the game a different scene?
Oh, okay. Well, hold on here. It was just down on the list differently. Wait, that is weird. Huh. Oh, okay. It's just the drop down on the quick menu is different.
To me on Discord.
Really? I thought I stopped. Whoop. I hope I had the bandwidth for that, but there's always some hiccup like that,
I was looking for the code that you'd send me to join when I saw that. Has that been doing that the whole time?
I should be able to hit start game, lobby, copy ID.
You got good internet and computer if that hasn't been destroyed. I gotta remember how I joined you because it's kind of jank.
You click on it and it should just recognize it in your clipboard.
Yeah, join clipboard lobby. Interesting way to do it.
Alright. Now, I unlocked most of the artifacts. I'll turn command on, which allows you to select your items. Makes it way more enjoyable.
Whatever. If we're only doing the one, maybe two if we all die on the first level, which is unlikely, but just choose whatever you think would be the... What do you want to do?
Yeah,
I'm not very invested in this.
Put on sprint as well. Or spirit or whatever. Spirit.
Shoot, did I need to go into the menu, in the main menu, change my control scheme?
You should be able to do from the controls. I guess, yeah, you should. You can hit escape in settings and do it from right there.
Okay, well, too late, already left. Don't start the game.
Factorio plays Risk of Rain instead.
Wait, where do I choose the profile?
profile?
Yeah, you know, where it's like, oh, do you want to play as the OG Risk of Rain controls, or do you want to play as Risk of Rain 2 controls? Where's that at?
Under rules, I guess. Well, no. I'm not sure what you're looking at.
Alright, well, let me leave the settings. I guess it's not underneath settings here. Maybe it's under... Maybe I have to join the lobby first. And you said I just hit escape?
Yeah, well, it's under settings for controls. You hit escape, control settings, controls, and the option they added, the use mouse aiming, is relative to where your mouse at y-axis or x-axis is. So.
Yeah, don't see that though as an option. I think I saw it before I joined. Let me.
What do you mean you didn't see? Like, share your screen with me. What are you looking at? It's just a little check mark in the controls screen.
Check mark in the controls screen.
Are you looking at my stream?
I mean, your stream is like a 3-minute delay. Here, I'll share my screen. Assuming you can even see it, because you know no Discord Nitro. I
Yeah,
don't see any
and
checkbox here.
you scroll down. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, what is this? It's like hidden in between all the controls.
All right.
Okay, well, that's it.
I reckon I decided not to go with that setting myself personally, though.
Okay, well, you play a lot of the OGs, so you're probably used to that. Me, on the other hand, I have no such bias. Oh, none of that crap. Alright, who should up?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what characters you have unlocked. Seeing as you played the one time and that was it.
We played like 20 times that day, though.
Like, you see, like, each time you die is like a repeat. No, I see, like, the challenge incomplete or, like, a session is in time frames, right, in this game.
I mean, if you consider it that way, though, for, like, any roguelike, it just doesn't make any sense. Because it's, like, faster than light. I've played dozens of times, but I've never completed one full run. Whereas I would definitely consider this having played it dozens of times. Well, okay, maybe we consider like sessions, maybe like.
Yeah, you can't use we played through Diablo the one time in the new Game Plus or whatever. It doesn't just because it follows that different schema.
I'd consider that personally.
Like technically, sure, we just finished after 72 hours Factorio, but I consider that 15 separate 5-hour-ish sessions each, roughly.
Yeah, sure. But we also didn't restart the game 10 different times, you know what I mean? This is restarting.
Yeah, so like even like a screen like this, I don't consider this restarting. It's in the same sense of like putting quarters into an arcade machine, from my viewing.
Yeah, that's restarting though.
Or like restarting versus like adding lives to your system.
Okay. I love the fact that I can't move.
Oh, your controls haven't gone back to default. So
how the heck do I play?
Because the controls were brought back to keyboard controls. You have to reset all the controls.
So it got rid of my like R button and everything.
You have to do all that again.
Why would they do that?
Because they added a whole new way to play. It's a whole different like underlying code probably. I don't know. Do I look like I make this thing? I don't need to defend these people. You complain to them.
I'll understand why they do it. So I go into the controls.
They can still kill you on the.
Okay, restart. Why did they change it to begin with? I have no idea.
You're playing with keyboard, and then you want to add mouse features to it, so you need 3 hands. You need 3 hands to play this game.
Changed me back from Risk of Rain 2 controls to classic controls for some reason. God, dude, that classic control scheme's awful.
Yeah, I don't see how people were playing with that.
There. Now I can play. Yeah, check that out.
So, the pilot guy there, he actually has a cross the whole map wave dash skill. He unlocked it, but yeah, people have already like figured out how to play the guy and speed across the map at instant.
What the heck is that? Those little helmets. Arcane blades. Didn't look like. How does it say like, oh, rain damage from above, but he only shoots horizontally? I feel like they've kind of.
Because you're supposed to be like in the air with your little parachute thing activated.
Yeah, but you still can't shoot down. So like that's you don't want to do that.
Yeah, there's no control on that one.
No synergy there.
Well, it does have synergy because you drop the little landmine below you and you shoot the enemies up, and then you're above them, and then you're shooting them down back into the mine.
But you can't shoot down. That's my issue.
When you're up in the air, you shoot down.
No, you shoot horizontally up in the air.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're shooting to your side and down.
I wouldn't really consider that down.
That's down.
Considering it doesn't go anywhere on the y-axis, it only goes purely on the x-axis. Yeah, I've got a lot more items though. Kind of cool.
Do you like being able to select your items?
Okay, so if you right click, what is this? That was just, this guy was choosing. I feel like it might be an issue with the mouse. I see. Okay, so if you use your special ability of right click, you can shoot down. But it's the only way to do that.
Man, this game plays so much slower. I don't have glass on.
What is this?
Bottle chaos. Oh yeah, so if you have an equipment, you have a chance to activating another equipment randomly with your equipment. It's kind of cool. It's from 2. Oh, like my connection just like went to poop. You can still hear me just fine, right?
Yeah, no, you're not like turning robotic or anything.
And like my OBS is saying I'm down like the megs for connection. What's
Weird.
using? I'm not streaming, am I? To
No, you even cut off the Discord stream.
wait, okay. What is up with this connection?
Ooh, what's this? Ooh, I don't know what that is. Critical hit too. Cool.
Yeah, you stack that with the lens maker's glasses.
Should have gotten the, what was it? Didn't you say the blood bag?
Oh, the infusion?
Yeah, wasn't that the good one?
Yeah, well, we don't have glass. I mean, it's pretty darn useful. Dang, you're stacked with items.
Oh, oops, I started I thought that was the mountain.
Yeah, and I'd activated my mountain shriner. And...
Oh, okay. Oh. Wish me luck.
No, he's over here.
Oh, well, you got one of them over here. I've got
Okay.
the other one over here then.
It's a balance. That's all things should
Yep,
be.
there it is. I killed them both.
Oh, they came over to you. Dang, you're just loaded with items right now.
I'm about to do
Dang, there's no items over here.
that's a shame. Hey, so anyways, I found a whole bunch of items.
Whoa, they're so down there, big guy.
You want the red item at least? Oh no, you got fried eyeball. Isn't that already a red item?
No, I have a special that I can make temporary items. There goes my
Are you
connection
the
again.
little robot guy with a brain coming out of his head?
I'm the chef. That's my chef hat. It is a red chef hat, but it's still a chef hat nonetheless.
Alright. I guess I'll steal your item and we'll go.
Sure.
Sure, what's the room? I'm learning stuff.
Oh, that's really good. Reduces hit critical hits, reduce your cooldown.
That is actually pretty good. Now I just need to get, what is it, the eyeglasses? That's good.
The lens makers.
You know what this game doesn't need?
Slowdown nerfs.
Fall damage. No reason to have fall damage. What is this terrain? Is this just like... Okay, whatever. Ah, so close.
Golem essence on the rocks. Get it because they're a rock creature?
Sure. I could definitely tell these 2 pixels are pretty rocks. The heck is jelly green salad?
It reduces skull cooldowns by 1 second.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you know, those brains.
I think this is
Alright, TP time.
Well, I did. Oh, you activated.
Have fun, he's over by you.
If you waited just like half a millisecond, I could have gotten it. That's
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get any items. Do you even have time to find a chest?
I found 1.
Don't go yet. Okay, so you have to go. Oh, there's just no chest on this level at all. I like went to both ends and there's nothing here. Anyways, you wanna... Oh, now I see a chest.
Too late.
Ah, no! I'm here looking at the chest, but it won't let me use it. How could it taunt me like that? Ah, is this the vertical level?
Yeah. We are playing on Drizzle, by the way, so the easy mode.
I could kind of tell, to be honest. It was, it's nice. Also, the mouse controls, it's kind of, that makes the game very significantly better.
Oh, so you do like them?
Yeah, it's way better than what it was before. 3 identical drones. Nope, do not have.
That one's actually really worth doing. What it does is it puts them all together, and you get one big, you get a nice golden drone.
Sure, ukulele. Colossal. Is that the teleporter boss?
Yeah.
Oh, you're really like trying to speedrun this, huh?
Well, on this game, you just like get really good pretty quickly when you played a lot. Plus, since I played 1 a lot and I played 2 a lot.
Oh, Hopo Feather can be used to negate fall damage, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Afterburner.
I found it for last.
Oh, there's another one.
So you're just kind of killing
I guess that was yours.
I'm just getting nothing but green hives. I need things that aren't green.
What could you possibly want that wouldn't be green?
Poison trap. Oh my god, that was like horrendous. Alright, you want me to do the teleport?
You've already checked all the way up top?
Yeah.
Alright then.
On the far right side there is an orange item, but it's...
You don't have an equipment yet.
Nope.
You're not even able to use your 1 red. Or your 2 reds. You can use 1 out of your 2 reds.
You see equipment? I think this is different. Big chest guarantee a green item.
The green, green or red, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm really gonna die. That's why everybody runs his wave dash skill set. You just like dash across the map instantly.
I wanted to clean my item.
I'm gonna die. You climb the ladders.
Okay, good news. I got a hope
And after many hours, he has finally shown up. People are wondering. Alright, you want that? Well, you can have whichever one you want.
I'll choose the yellow one. You can have a red one. Do us well. Anyways, where's the teleport? We need to go activate that. You didn't see any equipment, have you?
Nope.
Hey.
I thought you said you saw one.
I think I did at the beginning, but it was a grain or something.
Well, you still bottle of chaos, so you can always have a random effect anyways when you use it.
Okay, well.
If anything, you should pick up the equipment.
I hit you and it doesn't do anything. Wait, you didn't activate the teleporter? I was coming back here to get the brain. I need you to activate the teleporter. Alright, I got it. What? It didn't give it to me, it just bounced.
Oh, you're at one of the reusable stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't give it to you, it just allows you to pay to use it.
What?
Yeah.
What, really?
Yeah, right there. That you had
Like
one of those things? Yeah, it just lets you to use it as many 5 times.
Why is that even a thing? It just auto uses it right there, though.
Yeah.
That's...
It's great when it's like the stopwatch thing. You remember that? It's pretty good when it's that, because you can stop it when an ally starts the boss.
Yeah, but the boss has to actually do it.
You can always just go to it whenever. I don't know what it is, but like all of a sudden my internet is just pooping out. Like the OBS is just giving up on me.
So now you know how it feels to go left.
Yeah, there's nothing off to the left. I mean, wow, that temple guard gave me a big bison steak. I wonder what he was holding.
Finally. I got it.
On equipment?
I don't have... Okay, no, there's a fruit. I actually did like the chainsaw company, so I'll run that. You check everything up above?
Yeah, there's stuff up there. I don't have money for it though.
Oh.
Oh shoot! I need it. I need equipment real quick. There's a gold chest, and I need to use a gold key on it.
I don't know what the gold key is.
You get there's a, I think it's called the golden key or something like that. You get it from, it's one of the equipment items.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of when they like...
Yeah, you need a more cool tip. That's one of those things you can just look at mine stacked and see what I have.
I mean, I have ATG missile MK2.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. It shoots. But the first one does, but better. It shoots missiles, but better. Think you got everything up here. Really, there's no equipment anywhere?
I can still one down. I see an equipment.
Yeah, that's in the chest. If I select the oh, what is it? If I select the gold key and open that, I just get an achievement.
Can you check everything on the right side?
Yeah, the left side. Yeah.
That's the right side to me.
The TP is up there. Yeah, what do you call it?
What the heck? What is a TP in this game?
Oh.
Teleporter?
Yeah.
really like
Well, most people only like when they play online will use just the text chat, so you have to like shorten everything down. So ready is just R, TP for teleporter. Sure. I got a boss down here still. Oh, I got an equipment. Alright. I mean, it's kind of sucks that I have to waste it on a key just to do it for an achievement real quick. But...
If there's an item, it only showed up like almost like 10, 15 seconds later.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I mean, I'm not taking damage on this. Alright, revisit previous levels of
I'll let you make the decision.
I kind of want to go back and see if we can actually do a round going back, but that might be the end of the run. You okay with that?
Sure.
Let's see. Maybe we can make it work. Get you an equipment.
Instead of a key. Another problem with the key is that it has one of the longer cooldown times by a lot.
How many hoofs do you have?
I only have the 2, or the 1.
How do you like 10 times more?
Oh, I have 2 whips. Yeah, the red whips have 2 whips.
Oh, we got that. Okay.
Oh, your guys died.
Yeah, I died.
And the things like slow down a bit.
Honestly, it's probably more accurate to say Fallout New Vegas, to be honest.
Oh, like, I happen to wait for a long time for things to happen.
I'm just bullet spongy. Though, to be fair, all the mobs in that game, they're dead.
Alright. Finally, they're dead. Which item do I want? Probably this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get yourself...
Break my legs.
I did manage to do it, so good job.
That's a bunch of free items right there. Yeah, next time you get a green chance, make sure you pick up a cape. Say it again?
Does the difficulty continue to get harder?
Yeah. And we're on hard.
Maybe it wasn't the play to go back in time.
Nah, trust me.
Harpoon, really? That one kind of sucks.
We make a bunch of kills in one spot, you just start zipping around.
Is it stacked?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, like, the kills on it, though, will just, like, still be challenging.
Yeah, you just see the items.
If we get the chance, and I can entertain you into it, I think you might like it if we have glass on.
Not tonight.
You only played with glass in 2.
I don't know what a glass is.
It's one of the artifacts that basically helped speed up the game a lot.
See how fast.
It basically turns off the bullet sponginess, if that's what you are concerned with.
Not really. It's really just the bosses that are really good. Maybe my opinion will change when I die. This is something good. Is this the final one?
Yes.
Oh, so you do a repeat of one level?
I mean, you can do as many as you want. I just chose the final boss.
Oh, so you get to continue.
Yep. If you want some free items,
I thought you had to like do a whole run.
nope, you can do this in 5 minutes or 5 hours. Or anything in between.
hurt enemies by falling. That's somebody who needs to fly. Oh shit! I got it.
Oh, you should definitely pick up backup mag if you can on the yellow white items.
I see the items.
Come here. You see all of them.
They're behind like 3 blocks.
No, I just kind of walked out.
Yeah. Okay.
Dang, I need more hopeful feathers.
Purple feathers are very good. Did you get the audio?
They're above, but I can't get in there. Yeah, the clay soldiers, or the clay men. I was gonna share in some of those items from one of the rooms above. You take a lot of damage or something?
Ah, you took the one I wanted. Do we need to like find the item or something? Key card.
Yeah, but you can, if you have enough jumps, you can break in over here. Yeah, see where I'm at?
No. I don't know where you're at. It's not. Okay, you're top left.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. You need 4-ish Hopu feathers or 5 to get in there without the key card. The way you keep going. You just keep climbing the ladder.
Oh, you mean the background dude? The blinking with the background?
You might be able to do it because you have the thing, the extra jump.
Well, that's why I said 3. There you go. That's just high up. There you go. How is that? You like one?
I mean, you just got to get into that glass window. If you can figure out how to do that.
But if you do that, you have to go up.
Yeah, you have the wall climbing thing. Just use the wall climbing thing to get higher of it, then jump up.
No, I don't do anything. I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
When you were dashing, you can't dash into the wall.
I mean, you saw me literally rubbing my face against the wall.
Oh, that wasn't you climbing? Because the pilot has a climb ability. I thought you had it selected.
Unless I have to activate the ability.
Yeah, let's see if you have the speed dash thing. Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up dying.
I'm surprised we didn't get any keycard things. You didn't pick any up? there's one. There's two in here. There's three in here. They're all in here. Alright. It's in your inventory. It's part of your items. I mean, do you want the other one? You got two of them? Okay. I'm gonna just open up all the doors then. I still haven't figured out how to get into the area there where you see that chest. Like, I don't know how to get to that. It's not the same as it was before. No, they're at the top. You need to be in the middle.
Ah, yes, I can tell the middle is. Where's my mini-map?
Wrong game?
Alright, I'm going to storage.
You're gonna get all those items, huh? All the ones that I opened up for you.
Oh, you have no right to say that. You literally took them all last time. So, if I leave you in, I should be very grateful.
I saw stuff over here I haven't picked up yet.
Besides, they're just regular items anyways. Big.
You slow down time?
No, I guess
Oh, okay. Yeah, your equipment.
I'm running up medical bay.
When your special equipments must have activated robot repair. Yeah, it's just for that thing where, like, click on that med bed, that big one. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the main box. We're gonna put that. Basically, just gives us like one heal opportunity. We just go with it.
So you have to do that on that picture.
It just gives you an advantage in the boss fight.
Oh, you teleport to the bed.
Yeah, you teleport the bed to the boss fight.
That's right, I remember doing that. And somehow he will survive the game. I don't know how that happened.
Something like the survivability when you get here is just so much greater for some reason. I hardly ever die in the boss area.
Yeah, it's better than the opposite of like crashing and fighting.
Alright, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and switch out my equipment. It's actually pretty good. Switch out. You can juggle him when you do that, you know.
I thought it was a few.
Not a boss. He just summons him.
We're not talking about Doom
I was gonna say, Aladdin. At the end, Jafar turns into the snake. Oh no. No. That's something I only get like 2, so. That would not have been very helpful to you.
That would not have been good. That would have been a good thing. Is that it?
Now they added that final phase.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, because I remember him doing some sort of like big spiral, laser beam.
Yeah, that thing right there.
It's kind of unfortunate for me because I can't get up. I can't jump up because of the whole, laser beam.
You can go through, you just take a lot of damage, and the robots almost die. Thing that ring effect come in with if it's snow on the ground for like to benefit from.
You stole my robot. You can't just go steal another
I am the robot, so all the robots belong to me.
That's just racism. That's robot racism.
And so it left, entirely forgetting its previous purpose.
So, like, why is this guy so greedy that he won't allow other people to use his ship to leave the planet?
No, it was our ship, and then there was a teleporter on the ship for some reason that is the mystery, and that he used the teleporter to get on the ship and then compromise it for himself.
Dude, we must be rich if we have a ship that big.
It was just like a cargo ship.
That was a huge ship.
I
that
mean,
ship was like 400 stories.
it's an inner space, ship. So
yeah, inner space skyscraper.
Care to go again on glass?
Nope.
Care to continue playing anything?
I beat this game twice now. I'm pretty good on it.
You don't care for the challenges or anything, do you?
I don't get a kick out of games that don't make progress.
I mean, I just made progress. I completed a challenge.
That's not progress for me any more than grinding is gameplay.
I mean, it is progress to do the achievements and stuff. That's like the whole.
Why I added
that is the gameplay.
To me part.
Developer, you play the game to beat these challenges. That's the whole goal. I don't like this.
What do we get? Challenge completed, profits cape. I guess I had that from you before or something. Oh, I unlocked Bandit.
Interesting. Well, we calling it a night.
Yeah, I should probably wrap up.
Well, then on that note, make sure you always go out and do your best then. I don't know, trying to come up with some better closers to the stream than saying, all right, guys, get out of here.
What you gotta give? Okay, so here's the thing, right? First, you gotta give your community a cringy name, and then you just gotta say, "All right, goodbye." I heard the term YouTube munchers, and I find that absolutely retarded. Sorry, excuse my language, but yeah,
that was pretty good.
So you just say,
I know ZFG uses frogs. He calls them the YouTube frogs.
yeah, I wonder if there's like a handbook out there that's telling them all to say this. There's like, here's 5 defined tips that you have to do as a streamer. And like,
Wait,
just says, give your community a nickname.
Here's the thing that gets me, is that a game can come out on launch day, and then somehow there's a son of a gun in the chat on like a Twitch streamer who just knows like the final boss is this is what you do for it. It's like, who the hell are these people?
It's the developer.
Yeah.
Day one developers like, I want to go watch someone play my game.
It was kind of funny with that, with like a lot of the streamers, they'll try to like change their time zones to get on the earliest possible launch or something like that. Like if it's a Nintendo game, they'll have like a Japanese Switch and everything, so they can just be playing it right away. But
that's some insane dedication.
I know, right? But then somehow there's just still gonna be some guy that's like, yeah, I beat this game 5 hours ago. Like, bitch, this thing's been out for like 6 minutes. What do you have that let you play this 5 hours early? I worked at GameStop.
These guys are like downloading these video games like people try to get information out of the stock market. They've got like their PS3 sitting next door to, what is his name, Miyamoto from Nintendo, just ready to download the game straight off his personal computer.
A PS3 next to Nintendo's. All right.
I did not think that through,
yeah, you couldn't name a darn figurehead at Sony for anything.
You really couldn't. At least I couldn't. You've got like what, Steve Ballmer or something from Xbox. I don't even know if that's his name.
I think you're thinking of the main Xbox is the X-Boss. Well, shoot, now I forgot his darn name. But yeah, I mean, Microsoft's got so many studios underneath of them now.
Anywho, so you got that, you got Microsoft, but Nintendo's got Miyamoto, and he's got, I think there's like a handful of other people, like the Dark Souls guy or whoever does Pokemon, but Miyamoto's the big one. Reggie was pretty big, so there's a name before he did his whatever, the retirement or whatever. But yeah, you're right. Sony. What does Sony have?
I guess they got the individual studio heads that have been there forever, perhaps.
Do you know any of them?
I want to say,
know of any that have been mentioned at least.
I think,
if not their name.
The original Insomniac guy was some like a Tom Price or something like that. Maybe it was a Ted Price. I don't remember. It was something like that.
But there's no like huge first party for Sony. They don't really make big first
No,
party games.
I mean the harp on Sony continuously. I mean, I'm sure we talked about this before. Was the fact that all their games all basically run on the same graphics engine. Functionally, they're all like the hyper realistic stuff. But then for some reason, they done go out there and make the Spider-Man animated movie with darn like a bazillion different graphic styles, and they're like, where the hell is this in the games? Like, really?
You know, now that you mention it, you're right.
Like
Those are some, like,
all the games,
old
like I think
stuff.
God of War was the only game that looked really awesome with the art style, with the hyper realism.
Yeah.
Functionally because it had unique kind of creatures, and it didn't really deter from its existing, art direction. It was already kind of in that realistic format. It didn't use like a shell shading or something toony. It just kind of evolved in the visual appeal over and over again. But like every damn game out of Sony, like from Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Guerrilla Games, all that shit's just the damn same engine. It's probably the same like 5 people who got bounced around between all the studios to make those third-person player controllers, because they all like seem like they play the same way and everything. It's like, really, this is the product that has been your goal and chief result. It's absurd to me that
It's not like Sony is sitting there directing them exactly how to architect the whole game.
I mean, I bet there's some internal influence. It's like, all right, we're all going to go on the direction of making these hyper-realistic, big graphic experiences. And to be fair, it's not like Microsoft's too different in that boat. It's not like, any other studios, I guess now including all the Bethesda studio material, is really that different.
They've been accumulating some unique studios.
Yeah.
They had Rare for a while, which would have definitely, broken out of what you're talking about. Of course, they haven't utilized it.
Yeah, but a lot of things were in that boat where it seems like Nintendo and indie studios are the only ones with like unique visual styles these days.
And I can guarantee you it's just because they know they can sell their end product if it's similar.
And also, I guess to like Nintendo's repertoire is the fact that the Switch itself is not a graphic beast powerhouse, so you have to be more creative with your art style to produce the product and make it actually run. And that's why like big graphic games kind of like fall apart when they get them ported to the Switch. Like they ported all the Arkham games. Now, mind you, the Arkham games, like we're going to go with the original 3 and not the Origins, were made in Unreal 3, an engine deprecated almost 10 years ago. And they're like, yeah, we're going to put this on the Switch. Like, excuse me? Like, really? You're going to go out of your way to put down the Switch? Like, who's at these studios with the talent and the know-how to take an Unreal 3 engine game and put it on a platform way later? Mind you, it's buggy as hell, and you only get like 20 frames a second or something like that in like the best areas. Apparently, that's just like, even with an overclock Switch, I was watching Modern Vintage game, one of the guys, I can't remember his YouTube name, but he puts out Monday videos and stuff. But still, just that general overall like game, like why did they move these on here? It doesn't make a bit of sense. So yeah, well, internet connection's doing fine just now. That was a ton of dropped frame. That was almost 32,000 dropped frames. That was 4% right there at the end.
It's pretty rough. I wonder what happened. Got somebody downloading something?
I guess. Yeah. Well, and I guess on that note, I'll go